Some people don't like you to mention certain things. Some people don't want you to say this. Some people don't want you to say that. Some people think if you mention some things, they might happen. Some people are really fucking stupid.
You're listening to the worst.
The worst. You're listening to the worst, not the best.
All of it is so bad, it's hard to tell which is the worst.
The absolute worst.
And you're listening to the worst of Opie and Anthony.
The worst of Opie and Anthony.
It's absolutely awful.
Good morning, it's Monday and we're not here. Simple as that. Opie, Anthony, Jim Norton are on vacation today.
If we were here, really, we would be doing the show.
That's right. We'll be back live tomorrow at 7 a.m. on the East Coast. Mm-hmm. But in the meantime, we're going to give you a few bits that we love, we like a lot.
This ought to hold the little fuckers for a while.
And Bill Burr is still here. I don't even get why, but he's a friend, and we like when he stops by.
Because it's Tuesday morning.
No, it's Monday.
No, it's Tuesday morning. I'm going to blow the lid off this.
Yeah, this scandal. This ruse.
Yeah, Bill was on the show about a week ago, and here he is helping us out with this. Rosie the Retard, Anthony.
Yes. Remember Rosie O'Donnell was in that Hallmark movie playing a woman with mental handicap?
Riding the bus or something like that.
Riding the bus with my sister.
Yeah. Sponsored by Hallmark.
Ugh. Yeah. She talks about a role on the Danza Show, and we get a little preview of her retarded character acting.
Oh, wait, this is not after the actual movie. This is actually before.
This is before.
Yeah, there's going to be a part 2 to this bit.
This one we were first on to it and going, there's something here.
We poked fun at it? I don't remember.
A little bit.
I think we might have poked a bit of fun at it.
Good-natured, though, I hope.
Mm-hmm.
If you get a chuckle out of part 1, stick around for part 2 because it's very, very funny. But first, Rosie the Retard, part 1. Lasers, you know. Nice, right?
Yeah.
That worked.
All right.
The worst of Opie and Anthony.
I know.
Why don't we, you want to do the Rosie O'Donnell clips?
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
From Tony Danza yesterday?
Of course.
There's an ad right here with her picture riding the bus with my sister, and that it's just it makes me angry how awful it is.
The ad itself is a Forrest Gump-looking ripoff thing. Yeah. They have her sitting on a park bench, a bus bench, whatever it is, with the, clouds in the background, the same type of Forrest Gump look. I guess she's going for her Emmy. Is that what this is? She's hoping for an Emmy. Anybody that plays a retard on a TV movie is really gunning for that Emmy.
Yep.
Had her on Tony Danza yesterday. Somebody on one of the message boards popped up a website also. She has a photo website. You know how people have photo websites? You can post your pictures of your vacations or family get-togethers or whatever it is. She has one of those. And I went to it, and it's just her, they have one of her girlfriend there and her laying in bed together. A picture of her girlfriend's face looking all like they just woke up in the morning. Picture of Rosie's face on the pillow.
Rosie's a big fat mess, but she did well for herself.
Yeah, she didn't look that bad at all.
I mean, her chick. I mean, if you're going to be a lesbian, I mean, she did all right, man.
She did all right. And then she's got her pictures of her kids on vacation. It's like this. She's just got this need, I guess, to open her life up to the public like that. Like out of nowhere, all of a sudden she came out of the closet. Now everything. Look at these pictures. They're just like anyone's pictures that would be online.
What kind of an idiot would put their pictures all over the...
And she writes all personal stuff in her blog. Yeah, right. Yeah. Whoa, what kind of idiot would do that?
Yeah, man. Her...
See, look at the picture. There's the two of them in bed.
Where's the bed picture?
That was it.
That's the one?
That's back up. Back up, Eric.
Walk back.
Down. Yeah, right there. The two next to each other. You see Rosie's on the pillow or something.
Creepy. Yeah.
She's kind of a porker.
Oh, yeah.
Her girlfriend's a porker.
Wasn't she?
No, that's not her. That's her other friend. That's not the one. That's not the one she's sleeping with. That's the chick. I hate to admit this, but
you know who that is?
Yeah, she used to work on the Rosie O'Donnell show.
What faggot?
I know. That's really bad.
Which is the one that she's off?
Which one is she?
That one right there.
Yeah?
The much thinner one. Yeah, it says us in L.A. That's her.
Us.
She's a hot little
keep
blonde.
going, I think there's better pictures of her. Yeah. But she was on Tony Danza yesterday, plugging her show, her movie. And I have been a fan over the years of made-for-TV retard movies. I love them. Can't get enough watching people try to act retarded. And like Jimmy has said in the past, for some reason that's totally acceptable. It's fine. People watch. They do little goofy things. There's always these comic moments where they're screwing something up in a retarded way and the audience laughs along, and that's fine.
Right.
But Jimmy gets on stage and does a retard joke, and, you know, you're the Antichrist, you suck, you stink, you should burn in hell.
Do a cute little reference about, like, yeah, hey, there's a retarded person. Let's pick up a stick and molest it.
Molest it.
So what? The lacrosse team wants to do a little, have a little fun with her.
Yeah, so what? They throw milk money on her chest when they're finished.
There's no skill in acting retarded, too. None whatsoever.
None.
We've all done it our whole lives.
Why is it looked at like this big acting challenge that is so amazing when they do? It's the easiest thing to do. They all put on the stupid retard voice and walk around stupid.
Tom Hanks in Forrest Gump, he did a good job.
Ben's been doing it for years.
You got to give him credit, but a lot of these other movies that come out, I'm just reminded of being in high school with my friends, and we all did the retard voice and stuff, right?
I want to be like a normal person. There, give me a fucking Emmy.
If Rosie wants to win an Emmy, she should act thin. That would be impressive. Act thin and act like you love dick. Who's the thin chick with the cock in her hand? That's Rosie. Give her an award.
It's amazing. So she's got this movie. It's coming out Sunday.
We have the
Please tune
Corky
in and watch
CD.
it.
We got to get the Corky CD.
Corky. Oh, Corky. But
Singing
see,
Poison Ivy.
Now that guy should win an award. Because that's a real retard acting in a TV series. How they got him to do anything is amazing. You see some of these guys, they're just banging their heads, going crazy. And they actually, you know, he followed direction.
Well, I bet you if you like look behind the scenes, right off camera, there's the director and his parents holding cow prods. So like if he didn't say his lines right, he got a good jolt right in the fat thigh.
Gave him a teaching.
We've interviewed Corky over the years.
Oh yeah. You I remember I was at the studio with BAB once, and it had a door with a little glass window in it. Little glass window.
I'm so proud of you that you remember this.
This one was
fine Opie moment,
shining moment. And this guy is peeking in the window. He looks in the window, and obviously,
and he's just like,
he has Down syndrome. And Opie points at the window. He goes, "Hey, look, Corky's at the window."
Joking,
and we start laughing.
Yeah, because that's what every time you see a retard, you go, "Hey, Corky."
It's Corky. And lo and behold, it was Corky. He was there to do an interview.
I didn't know it at the time, though. I really didn't.
But what are you supposed to do?
So, you know, we invited him in, and it was just awful radio.
He do have a
5 or 10
similar
minutes.
look, you know.
Was he nice?
Actually, he was really cool. I gotta admit.
You didn't ask him about the script or the plot lines. Do you like cookies?
That was pretty much it. Blow a pinwheel in front of his face for 15 minutes and then send him on his way. Ooh.
He was doing a children's CD at the time.
Yeah.
Remember the creepy guys that were, you know, his handlers or whatever you want to call them?
Weren't there a couple
following him around?
A couple of musicians that took him under their wing and had him singing songs? Oof. That was another thing. 2 guys decided they were going to hook up with Corky and have him sing on their CD. It was just awful. What were they doing? Songs like Poison Ivy?
Yeah, we used to have the CD, but
it's like Poison Ivy comes a creeping when you're bad sleeping. They could just throw in this bad line every so often. Oh,
then they took him to Romania and put a little hat on him and made him dance to make tourists happy.
With a muzzle on so it doesn't bite anybody.
Or talk and ruin your day. What? What is he talking about?
What the hell is he talking about?
That's funny.
He's a blithering idiot.
All right, so we got some clips. Tony Danza and Rosie O'Donnell talking here.
Retard. Yeah.
Here's like an intro clip.
They gave me a copy of this movie. It's called Riding the Bus with My Sister, and it's directed by one of our dear friends, Angelica Houston, who we love.
Yeah.
And Andy McDowell's in the picture, and you know, it's Rosie playing a special person.
Yeah.
And
Jake, put out a retard! Playing a special person. Ugh.
You know Tony Danza's like, hey, he's playing a fucking retard, you know? A special person.
I can't wait till she thanks him for being the inspiration in the film.
Hey, you're welcome, all right? Jackass.
Tony's hungry today.
People just sound stupid and uncomfortable when they're trying to be politically correct. A special person.
He sounded completely uncomfortable. Playing a a special person. Special person. What does that mean?
Exactly.
That's not special. I understand you want to say they're special. If you're the parent of a mentally disabled child, I'm sure you want to say they're special. They're not special. They got a problem. Something happened.
Why is it only in that case where something that's not good is special?
Right.
Special is always good. Oh, look, my special girl.
Right.
Oh, look at that special gift I got.
Yeah, it's very special.
Look at my special child. Oh, the boy's in honor roll.
You're doing an HBO special.
That's right.
It's special.
Well, and there it kind of fits in.
Yeah, but when it's bad, because your kid came out with a couple of chromosomes.
There's a lot of people out there that would say that's not a bad thing that they had a special kid.
Really?
Yes.
Ooh.
That it has enriched their lives.
Oh, I know what they got. Whatever gets you through the day, I understand. Whatever you got to pump through your mind to make it so you don't jump out the window. I understand. I understand why you say special.
We all like lemonade, don't we?
Mm-hmm. Because if you don't say special, you'll lose your mind looking at the kid next door that came out perfect and plays baseball.
Yeah.
And doesn't try to eat it. I understand. Believe me. But it's not special. And hearing Tony Danza say special, you could just hear it in his voice. It's uncomfortable and not natural.
And you don't have to say, hey, look, I hear you playing a dummy. But he could have said it like, hey, Rosie is playing a retarded person. There's nothing degrading about saying retarded person. Your growth mentally has been retarded.
Retarded.
That's what it is. Your growth has been, like,
right.
Well, in that case, it should be a stopped person. Because retarded implies that there's still some growth there.
So you're reversed. Yeah, but they don't like retarded because it implies that there's no room for growth there. Right. That they don't have the potential. And, of course, they're special and do have the potential. They're not retarded. They are advancing on it. Retarded. Say retarded. Everybody knows.
All right, so getting back to the clip, Tony Danza starting to talk about the movie with Rosie O'Donnell.
They gave me a copy of this movie. It's called Riding the Bus with My Sister, and it's directed by one of our dear friends, Angelica Houston, who we love.
Yes.
And Andy McDowell's in the picture, and it's Rosie playing a special person. And here, I have a picture. First of all, here's the character. Look at this. Here she is as...
All right, who heard that?
I heard it.
You guys heard it, right? Okay.
Fat housewife.
Oh, look how dear she looks. Oh.
She's sitting there and she's wearing light blue shorts. And one blue sneaker and one pink sneaker and socks.
She's our own girl.
She sure is.
Yeah, she dresses herself.
And she has fat legs with no bend marks in them, and it bothers me. Old clay legs.
So they show the picture to the audience, and you hear one lady, we backed up, go, oh. Know what the reaction should have been from the crowd?
Oof. Or,
yeah, hysterical laughter. Ha ha ha.
And it just shows me there's a whole section of society I just don't get.
Oof.
I just don't get it.
Yeah. If you're awing this picture, just shoot yourself, please.
And here, I have a picture. First of all, here's the character. Look at this. Here she is as Beth. And I was knocked out, Rose. I really, I was, first of all, this is a risky job. You take this job, you go, this is either they're going to tell me what am I thinking, or the other way. I think you've done the other thing. It's an incredible love story about siblings, first of all, which I love. And let me show you a clip of this. Let me show you a clip of this. So I can before
is a fucking dummy.
It's an incredible love story between siblings, which I love. I love to sibble. I do that a lot. I enjoy it, the art of sibling.
What a retard. He's a retard. Ugh. Trying to sell this like it's a big challenge, taking a chance to... No, it isn't. What else is Rosie doing? And her dopey audience will eat this up. Just lap this crap up. She's wearing a hat that she stole from the set of Blossom. Wearing like a My Little Pony t-shirt. She's got Harpo Marx hair.
Yes.
What a wreck. stereotyping. This is, I swear to you, it is so stereotyping retards. It is. It's a stereotype of a retard. The voice she does, her mannerisms. It's not like she's a great actress and studied retards and, got every detail down. This is her back in Comac in high school goofing on a retard. It's pretty much what she's doing, and they're filming it.
She probably had the same character during Powder Puff.
Yeah.
Ugh. Did you guys have Powder Puff at your high school? Where you do goofy skits for the rest of the school?
It was called The Talent Show.
No, for some reason they called it Powder Puff.
Ooh, at Harborfield?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Awful. I know.
Powder Puff?
Powder Puff.
Why would they call it Powder Puff?
I have no idea, man.
How gay is it? Well, but who put it on the drama department?
The skits were pretty gay.
Powder Puff.
It was pretty gay. It was pretty awful. It was pretty stupid.
There is not one drama department in one school anywhere in the world that is not run by gay people. Not that there's anything wrong with it.
That's right. Yes.
Powder Puff. Oof.
When I was a little boy, I was in the school play, and I only had a couple lines. I don't remember them, but it was about a boy who was dirty, and I said, maybe we should have him dry cleaned. That was my acting line.
Did people laugh?
I don't remember. I was so scared. I stunk.
What play was it?
I don't know, dude.
Did you have poopy in your pants?
I'm sure I did afterwards. little rusty drawers, flattened shite, flattened from nervous boys sitting in it.
Maybe we should have him dry cleaned. Maybe you should be dry cleaned. You stink. I crap myself.
All right, back to the clip here, guys.
About siblings, first of all, which I love. And let me show you a clip of this. Let me show you a clip of this before we
And what is this, Britney Spears?
No, not Britney.
No.
And you're a...
I'm a retard. I'm on the bus. La, 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 la. I'm on the bus.
She's doing fucking Pee Wee Herman. What is that?
Oh. Good morning, Mr. Breakfast.
What was that? Oh, God damn it.
And Tony Danza is giving her props.
Yeah. This is amazing. Oh. Let's hear a little more.
Let me show you a clip of this. Let me show you a clip of this before we
And what is this, Britney Spears?
No, not Britney. I'm Cole Beth, and you're Adolfo, and you're new.
How'd you know my name?
You're new, because I know everything. Listen, you had to stop on Carlton Street.
Carlton's not a bus stop.
Oh, listen, Henry. You have to stop there because Miss Pack has a swollen up leg, and she has to go to the doctor at 11. So stop on Carlton Street, Rudolfo, and listen to me because I only tell you 2 times. That's it. Then you're on your own.
Morning, Mr. Breakfast. Can I have some Mr. Cheese cereal? Okay. Pity the poor fool. Don't eat my cereal.
God damn, was that funny?
Wait, I gotta compare the
You have to
two.
stop.
What a mess. It's the same. She's doing Pee-wee.
I would love to talk to the crew of this movie.
By the way, that scene was hysterical in the movie.
Wait.
Doing the Mr. T cereal.
I pity the fool.
Play that clip again, and then we'll play the first part of the Rosie clip.
Morning, Mr. Breakfast. Can I have some Mr. Cheese cereal? Okay. Pity the poor fool. Don't eat my cereal. What is this, Britney Spears?
No, not Britney. I'm Cole Beth, and you're Adolfo, and you're new.
How'd you know my name?
You're new, because I know everything. Listen, you had to stop on Carlton Street.
Carlton's not a bus stop.
Oh, listen, Henry. You have to stop there because Miss Pack has a swollen up leg, and she has to go to the doctor at 11. So stop on Carlton Street, Rudolfo, and listen to me because I only tell you 2 times. That's it. Then you're on your own.
Morning, Mr. Breakfast. Can I have some Mr. Cheese cereal? Okay. I pity the poor fool. Don't eat my cereal.
Great. Her great acting job as a retard is Pee Wee Herman.
She's ripping off Pee Wee.
Okay.
Where's the bus gonna stop?
Oh, my God.
Look who's on the bus. Cowboy Curtis. Hi, Cowboy Curtis. Captain Carl. Captain Carl.
Here comes Miss Yvonne, Captain Carl.
Unbelievable. It's Pee Wee. It's Pee Wee Herman.
I bet you, too. I haven't seen the clip that she's not getting on a short bus.
No.
It's regular.
No, it's a regular bus, yeah.
It's a regular, like, city bus.
Oh, city bus. Okay. I wasn't sure if she was getting picked up for school or something.
Oh, my God.
I do like the fact that the driver scolds her.
Yeah.
It's not a stop.
Not a bus stop, you tard.
That would be worth it if everyone in the movie talked to her like that, no matter what she said.
Just
no,
all
it's
nasty. Not. No, it's not, dummy.
Good try.
I'm sure you'd have that little chit-chat if that happened in New York City with one of these New York City bus drivers.
Yeah.
I'm sure he would be just as polite.
You know what you'd hear? Shut up.
Shut up and sit down. I'm
We
late.
have to stop. We have to stop at the other stop. Is it?
No, we did. Shut up.
Shut up.
Sit in your seat or I'll throw your dumb ass off.
Right. There's no chit-chatting going on.
Shitting and chatting. Shut up.
You and your fat Stretch Armstrong legs.
No bend marks.
No bend marks at all. Not even a dimple.
So what do you think's going to happen to Rosie in this movie? We should take bets.
Oh, how does it go?
You know there's going to be that dramatic moment where maybe she gets lost or something, and now she's all confused looking at the big buildings.
That's definitely going to be a scene where she gets lost.
Gets lost, starts looking at the big buildings, and eventually I bet you they find her at the end, and everything's going to be okay.
Yeah. I think that's just a sub thing.
And then,
I think the whole thing is going to be the fact that somebody will think that she's not capable of doing something. Maybe even her sister will think that there's some kind of shortcomings because of her being a retard. But then she will show everybody that she is indeed capable and inspire people.
I think what's going to happen is that Rosie doesn't know how to express herself. And they're going to wonder through the whole movie, why does she buy tacos and then just rub her face in them and go...
It's going to be a story of
maybe the other sister, Annie McDowell, has some kind of illness.
Ah, maybe.
Oh, they don't work.
No, you're on.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
I'm trying to use the phone!
That's when she's at a payphone, I think.
Oh, these are more clips of Rosie. Oh, okay.
Yeah, these are more clips.
I thought we only had the one.
And then I guess she gets into an exchange about who the bus driver is, and the bus driver doesn't know who she is.
I know you are, but what am I?
Well, that didn't make sense.
I meant to do that.
Okay!
Here you go.
Okay!
And she has some fun in the movie, too. Then she can't really hear the bus driver, I guess, at one point.
What? What?
Yeah.
All right, now,
I cannot wait to see this movie, by the way.
I can't wait for this show.
For how I'm bashing this, cannot wait to see it.
I just want to know what the conflict's going to be. There's going to be some stupid conflict.
Yeah.
Dumb conflict.
Yeah.
All right.
Can't just be her riding the bus the whole movie, can it?
No. That'll be perfect.
I hope there's the little problem. I hope there's something. Does she do a crying scene, you think? You think there's a retarded crying scene in it?
No, but I'm sure Bob Kelly will be crying when he watches the movie.
Him and his bum leg.
Jesus.
That's right.
You know, it's so sweet, the siblings, and I love that.
You blubbering gimp.
He'll be on the couch eating ho-hos, just going through tissues.
We're halfway through this Dennis Hopper's going to call. There's a retard on the bus. If you don't hand over the money, I'll have her talk until everybody kills himself.
Okay!
Did they chat a little after the clip?
We got that. Here it is. The fake laugh.
And then he laughs like a retard.
Yeah, this is where it picks up right after the clip plays, obviously. They're going back to Tony live.
Very sweet woman. Yeah. I haven't been able to watch it, truthfully.
I haven't watched it.
No, I watched some of the early cuts when Angelica was putting it together, and honestly, all credit of this movie belongs to her. The woman is not only the best actor we have in America, but she's an amazing director, and I had to cry a lot in this. I was very scared of playing a role that's so challenging, and she made it easy. And
let me just give you, this is a kid who, her life becomes whole when she starts riding the bus.
Yes.
All the buses. She knows all the bus drivers, all the passengers. She knows everybody and everything about them.
Right, and that's sort of all she does. She has a form of mental retardation. She falls somewhere in the autism spectrum, and she will only do the bus. So when the buses are off on Sunday, she just waits at home until the bus is. She's the first one at the stop. Every time she tells people who's been on, who's been off, and she knows everything there is to know about the buses. And
did you meet the real Beth, or?
You know, I didn't.
Well, she's a real person.
She sure is, and her sister Rachel takes care of her, and Rachel sort of felt it would be very disruptive for Beth to meet new people, and so I didn't meet her. But I have a friend who has a sister named Cynthia, who is very much like Beth, only instead of the buses, she loves Broadway.
Oh, no kidding.
So she knows everything about Broadway, what show was on where, and what theater, on what day. And so I went to see a few shows with Cynthia, and a lot of my character is based on Cynthia, as well as a tape that I saw of Beth. But I never did get to meet her, although her whole dream of her life is to go to Disney World. So when the movie wrapped, I got her 4 tickets on the sleeper bus, the Greyhound bus, to go to Disney World.
To meet new people.
Right, to meet people on the bus is what I thought. So
I hope it ends up on the side of a ditch on 95.
Enough, you know, they have to wait until she's in a place where she understands that she's going to go, and her therapist will go with her. And, but I hope she gets to do that.
I wonder if they put her on the bus so the fucking dummy didn't charge the cockpit. Put her on a bus.
That's great. That's great for the poor minimum wage Disney employees down there having to deal with that.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Thank you, Rosie. The sleeper bus.
You're just a wonderful American. You always do the right thing. I gotta tell you.
It's not bad enough to be on a bus either. Right. You know, to be on a bus, and this nut's got to be on there.
Little kid at Disney. Mommy, who's wearing the dumbbell costume? Now.
Now. Jesus. Oh, that ain't good.
Oh, that bugged me. What a method actress. Yeah, I watched the tape. Boy, way to throw yourself into the role, fatso.
Didn't even meet the girl. I guess she would have been, like she said, too... which only goes to show you, she's probably 8 billion times more crazy in real life than Rosie's playing her up to be. Rosie's going to play her up to be, you know, oh, look how sweet and look how functional. And
she should have got ready for the role by sniffing glue.
Before every take, put that bag up to your mouth, sniff paint, glue, paint thinner.
Jesus, De Niro would have done it.
Hey, how did you prepare for the role? Well, I crawled into my mother's womb and I had her drink.
Big bag of lead paint chips, just chowing down.
Saying some stupid movie, make believe it's popcorn.
Oh, cutting her own oxygen off for way longer than she should.
And when I start to black out, take the bag off my head.
Yeah. Hey, you know, De Niro would have done it that way.
Right.
Everyone knows what he did to get ready for the Raging Bull.
That's a real actor.
That is a real actor.
This, she watches a tape of a retard and she's got it down.
Yeah, goes to a Broadway show with someone who just ruins the play for everyone. Right.
Why is that person doing that? Shh.
Yeah.
Oh, just the shushes that must have been going on. That's pretty. The dress is up. Shut up. Dolt.
Imagine getting stuck behind that head.
Big giant head. Can't see the set.
I had to wait a year to get these tickets.
See anything.
Right. See anything. This daytime hack just gets front row.
Oh. Steve C's there.
I just wanted to say I thought you did a wonderful job.
Bravo.
Could you cut some liners for us?
Steve C's a big Broadway fan.
No, is he really?
Yeah. Goes to a lot of shows.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does. Let's go to Zach.
Yo.
Come on, Zach.
Hey, I know the dramatic event in Rosie's movie.
Huh.
Bob Kelly's going to take her to the basement and hold a rock over her head until she puts out. Budging out, boys. Have a good one.
Yeah.
You know,
what are you doing?
I'm being gangbanged.
We haven't explored this emotional side of Bob Kelly. We have to call him and see if this is the type of movie he would cry over.
If he knows that we're all looking, he probably wouldn't.
Yeah.
Because he'd fight it, but alone on his couch.
If he was home alone, he'd be blubbering.
With that dumb leg up, smoking a cigarette. Dude, Bob will do this. This is what Bob does. He rehearses what he's going to say. This is what a bore Bob is, and I hope you're listening, stupid. You'll show up, and he'll just sit down, and he'll be like, dude, and he'll just start talking, and it's like, you rehearsing motherfucker. Don't have these...
He rehearses, like, just conversation?
Bob wants to be smart, so he'll walk around the house and just go, dude, and he'll, like, pontificate and sound smart to him because he's an idiot. And then you sit down and you're like, you are fucking... What is this droll nonsense you're firing at me? Dude, the government, shut up! Shut your mouth!
We got to get Bob Kelly on today. Ben's listening. He'll try to get him.
I want to punch him right in his bad knee. Right in that ripped tendon. I want to just drill my fist.
You're calling him? Good. Waylon from Georgia.
Yes, I have a little thing. I say we hang her, then we skid her, then we run her over.
Not even going to wait for him to finish.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was doing a lot.
All right. Pat from Boston.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
I think on the bus she's going to get her period, and her sister's going to show her how to put on a pad, and then everything will be okay.
The pad.
She's
punching out.
Now, make sure you roll it up in tissue paper and put it in the nearest waste paper basket.
And wave it in the bus driver's face.
Slap him in the face with it. Blindside him. While you're putting your fare in, just pull out your used pad and whap him in the face with it.
And we'll see what kind of patience the bus driver really has.
Smacking over his mouth in a mock kidnapping.
Joe from Chicago.
What's cracking, boys?
What's up, Joe?
I've been listening to you guys for about 2 weeks now. I am infected.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Joe.
Oh, is it me or does Rose look like I have a retard already?
Rosie?
Looks like she already has Down syndrome.
She kind of has that look, the big fat head.
They had to keep stopping her going, look, could you look a little smarter?
This girl isn't really this stupid.
I think
the only good ending for this movie would be if she gets hit by a bus.
Imagine the ironic ending. Yeah, go for the ironic ending. She actually gets hit by a bus.
The bus runs over her retard head and breaks its axle, and she survives.
See that big thing pull away.
What happened? What an annoyance. You're trying to go to work, read the Times, and so-and-so, shut your face.
Alice, some retard got on my bus today, just yapping. Yapping.
Big head takes up that whole mirror that they get to look in the back seat with. You move that fat thing.
Do you private us?
I'm not. You're a retard.
Holy crap.
Clear the field. Some men are going to drive some retards around.
Stupid.
A mere bag of chromosomes? Just wish I could do the voice.
I don't do the voice.
Gee, I never knew Davy Crockett was so dumb.
Harvey. I got a friend Beth smarter than you.
One of these days, pow! Right in the fat tongue.
Oh, my God.
Because you're a mongoloid! A mongoloid!
Mr. Faversham, if you think I'm driving that retard around, it's out of the question. Out of the question.
Beth, you've come back. Oh, my head.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on here. Let's go to Mandy. Hey, Mandy.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, Mandy?
Nothing. I wanted to tell you that this is based on a true story.
Yes.
Yeah, Rosie was sort of saying that in that last clip,
It was based on a true story, so I know how it ends.
Oh.
So if you guys want to know.
Oh, hell yeah, we want to know how it ends.
She gets a bum leg while Rosie, the retard, she gets a bum leg and her sister has to come and it ruins her life. And then the bus driver takes over and takes care of Rosie.
The bus driver takes care of her?
She gets a bum leg and she can't walk, so she has to be wheeled around. And the bus driver comes to the rescue and takes care of her, and she lives at his house.
Oh.
So it's not that great of an ending, but...
Lives at the bus driver's house? Jeez, what's happening there?
Yeah, what is up with that?
Little diddle. As long as she can take a little diddle.
All right, guys, punch it out.
All right.
Bye-bye.
That's what he was saying to her. Her little dumb face in the pillow. She's confused. That's right. Earn your keep. Earn your keep.
What does Eric have?
I didn't know what the rest of this was.
I think I know what he's saying.
Okay. Eric from Staten Island.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
I got a sneak peek of the movie. The subplot is the bus gets a flat tire, and Rosie, with her retard strength, picks up the bus because they didn't have a jack. Watch it out.
With that retard strength. I got it.
This bit is picking up momentum, boys and girls. Let's go to Chris. Hey, Chris, you're on the Opie and Anthony program.
How you guys doing?
We're having a good time today. I hope someone's enjoying this crap.
Hey, I'll tell you what, man, the retard stuff is not funny, but I was laughing my ass off. That is some funny shit right there.
Oh, all right. We turned you around a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey, get a load of retard over there.
Mom.
Yes, honey?
You know we were talking yesterday?
Yes, we were.
Do you know about periods?
Yes, what about periods?
Do you have periods?
Yes, all women have periods.
Tell me what happens.
Blood from inside of my body comes outside from an opening between my legs. Do you have a question, Jill?
Yes, I want to know if Susie has periods.
Susie?
Yes, Mom?
Jill wants to know something.
What do you want, Jill? Susie, do you have periods?
Do I have periods? Jill, all women have periods about every 4 weeks for 3 or 4 days. When I'm on my period, blood from inside of my body comes outside from an opening between my legs.
Well, Susie, what about my teacher? Does Miss Jones have periods?
Yes, Jill, your teacher, Mrs. Jones, does have periods. All women have periods about every 4 weeks for 3 or 4 days.
What?
That's from the Trainables audio, yes.
Good morning, Mr. Tampon.
You should see. Did you get a chance to watch the clip of the period?
I still have not
video?
seen the video. It's up on FoundYourMusic.com, right?
Who the little girl in this, the retarded little girl that they're teaching, looked like, and then I realized because I watched Close Encounters, like one of the aliens that come off of the ship.
Yeah.
Her face has that same look.
Okay.
And the older sister is telling her about periods, pulls down her pants, and shows this used pad, this big old 50s pad.
You can get to the video clips by going to opieandanthony.com.
Yes.
I'm a little distracted because the listeners are taking over the bit slightly here. Joe in Jersey. Go ahead, Joe.
Hey, boys.
Hey.
My favorite part of the movie is when Eric Logan takes her to his barber. Punching out.
Oh, God damn. Oh, over the fence with that one.
The listeners are taking over, Anthony. Let's go to Tom on Long Island. Go ahead, Tom.
Hey, what's up, guys? Jimmy, love you.
Thanks, bud.
Hey, I heard the sequel to this takes place in Israel, and Rosie's wearing a big puffy coat on the bus. Punch it out, guys.
Oh, wow. Duke in Jersey. What's up, Duke? Duke?
Yes, I'm here.
What's up, Duke?
Oh, I was just going to say that Rosie has to go and rent out all of Giovanni Ribisi's movies to research her retard role.
Yes, Giovanni Ribisi, the
Rosie
extraordinaire.
All right. We have a third clip, Anthony, from the Tony Danza show from yesterday. Is this another clip for the movie or the same clip?
No, it's the same clip.
Oh, hold on, buddy.
It's the same clip, but without the Tony Danza stuff around it. It's just the clip from the movie.
Oh, man. We're going to have to wait till Monday.
I can't believe we have to wait.
Monday we're going to have probably 20 clips.
Why couldn't we get a screener copy of this? They wouldn't send one over? We should be able to see these in advance so we can comment. We're probably going to give this show great ratings. People are going to watch it just to see Rosie's standout performance as a retard.
It's going to be hilarious, the confusion at the Hallmark offices, like when they get the overnight ratings. Why is this show #1 men 18 to 34? We made this movie for, middle-aged housewives.
Housefraus.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Well, let's listen to the clip one more time, then. This is the only one we got.
I know. I can't wait.
What is this, Britney Spears?
Okay! No, not Britney. I'm Cole Beth, and you're Adolfo, and you're new.
How'd you know my name?
You're new, because I know everything. Well, listen, you had to stop on Carlton Street.
Carlton's not a bus stop.
Oh, listen, Henry. You have to stop there because Miss Pack has a swollen up leg, and she has to go to the doctor at 11. So stop on Carlton Street, Rudolfo, and listen to me because I only tell you 2 times. That's it. Then you're on your own.
Morning, Mr. Breakfast. Can I have some Mr. Cheap cereal? Okay. Pity the poor fool. Don't eat my cereal.
All right.
Pack has a swollen leg.
Aw.
See, they're making Beth look like she's the helpful one. Like she knows everybody in the community.
How could she be retarded, yet she knows everything? She could remember the names of the passengers and the bus drivers and the bus routes. It's amazing. It's special.
And the only thing she enjoys is riding the bus.
Riding the bus.
And that's the only thing she can't do anymore. There you go. Because she has a bum leg.
She's got a bum leg? So she can't ride the bus?
Yeah. And that was her whole life.
It must be like what? What kind of bum leg? A Mabel King bum leg? 'Cause that's a bum leg. What kind of bum leg? That she can't ride the bus and the bus driver takes her in.
Oh, you know there's something going on there, absolutely.
Ugh.
His poker buddies come over. They'll jump on.
Hey, George?
Hey, guys.
What's up, George?
Hey, the interview between Tony and Rosie. Which one was the idiot or the retard? Fuck, punching out.
Wow. You are.
Wow.
You had a good one, too.
Stuttering prick, you.
Which one's the first? Nervous zilch.
XM202, the Opie and Anthony Show.
Nice tit. Whose tit is that?
Eric. Oh, I thought you were looking over there.
It's great. Eric, during the entire show, we'll just go to Mr. Skin and pop up random celebrities that are topless and nude.
My God. How many times I've been sitting here going, wow, look at it. It completely takes me out of the game.
Who is that? I'm not complaining yet, but it does take you out of the game. That's some, who is that again?
Sophia Marceau.
Yeah?
And she was in
bunch of foreign
tennis player or something?
Her boob fell out at the Cannes Film Festival.
Is she European?
Get it, the Cannes Film Festival.
Hey now.
All right, we're not here. We're going to be back tomorrow for another live Opie and Anthony program. But in the meantime, it's Rosie the Retard Part 2. This is where it gets really, really good.
Yeah.
That's all we need to say here.
Is this what we talked about? Wait. The Hallmark cards?
Shut up.
But I want it.
I had a perfect out there, dude.
Shush.
Let's redo that.
No, we're not redoing it. Just
redoing it. It's your mistake. You look like the idiot, and it stays.
I want to look professional.
Impossible.
Just listen to this.
All right, hear it.
You shut up. I want to get the hell out of here.
Okay, sorry.
Here's Opie and Anthony when they aren't stinking.
Oh, who took their shoes off? It's a little stinky in here.
The worst of Opie and Anthony.
All right, what do you want to do? Riding on the bus?
Yeah, let's get into that a little bit.
I just think we should watch where the jokes go. I think that
yeah.
Let's not target the mentally challenged.
I agree with you. Yeah.
Take the high road.
Yeah.
All right.
I like how he actually, even though it's radio, he puts the serious face on. You know, guys, like there's not even a hint of a smile.
I'm a method actor.
He's
I can't help
acting.
it.
He really has to get into the character. You know, all right, let me really think that I don't want to make jokes about this.
All right. I'll wait. Okay.
Here was Rosie O'Donnell.
I gotta admit, I took a peek after Family Guy.
It was not just an awful movie because of the content and Rosie O'Donnell being a horrible actress and just running through as a parody of a retarded person. The movie itself, taken just as a movie, was so bad. It was so disjointed and there cliches left and right. They kept throwing in these little things that lasted for a second that were supposed to make you think about something, I guess. I don't know. There was one part where they tried to get into this little story of this pervert that drives around and gives Rosie O'Donnell's retard character a stuffed animal in the car and goes, here you go. And he looks all ratty, and he pulls up slowly as she's walking on the sidewalk, and she grabs the stuffed animal and then walks a little like, oh, no, and puts it in the garbage and goes, that guy always tries to give me things. And then that was it. Dude, it lasted for like 5 seconds. Like, oh, the retards have to watch for the perverts. Yes, okay, I understand where they were going.
Because that's what's happening out there.
Yeah,
What is the pervert retarded too?
When you looked at.
I think that you're missing the message, Anthony.
Yeah,
the
what
message
was it?
there, that's the message to the parents, where if you have one of these, this is what you should do with it. Walk right outside, lift the lid,
and toss it in the garbage. But they tried little things like that, like they were trying to make these points, but they were covered so quickly, like, okay, let's cover the pervert trying to pick her up. All right, let's get the mean, intolerant people on the bus. Like, she gets on the bus, and there's the bus drivers, which are all, every one of them, very tolerant, very nice to her, very understanding, and then a couple of passengers that, as viewers, you're supposed to hate, because they're like, what is she doing on this bus? She doesn't have the proper pass. She's annoying. And they're saying all this out loud, like no one would ever speak this shit. You say it under your breath, and you kick them while they're not looking. Fun things like that.
Pinch their side fat.
Yeah, oh, get away from me. And then one of the most unrealistic parts of the movie, when somebody getting on the bus needed a nickel and didn't have a nickel, and a black gentleman actually gave a nickel.
I saw that scene.
I'm like, stop it.
That was Rosie's sister there.
He looked like a thug. He looked like a thug, but he's very charitable.
Well, then she tries to give him $1, and he's like, yo, lady, you can't buy anything for 5 cents nowadays. Something like that.
And then there was one intolerant black woman. Rosie gets on the bus, and she starts making retard faces at these 2 black children that are sitting there. And the black woman saw that the children were making faces back, and she kind of takes them by the hands and moved her seat. She went to the back of the bus, which somebody on Whackbag right when it happened wrote, "Well, I guess old habits die young," or something like that.
Old habits die hard.
Oh, I suck.
But apparently, what? What's your favorite song? Only the Good Die Hard.
Only the Good Die Hard. Oh, what a tool! I stink.
Now we knew what you meant.
Yeah. So did I. Fortunately, it came out of my mouth like diarrhea.
That's all right.
Jim in Philly thought the movie wasn't that bad. Jim?
What?
Yes.
Hey, Jim.
All right.
Yeah, I like it very much. Yeah, I'm a faggot. Hi, Jimmy. I bought your new CD. It's pretty good.
Thank you very much. Why are you breathing like you just ate it?
Oh.
Because I'm a fat fuck.
That's honest.
Well, there goes that question.
You like the movie there, Jim?
Yes, I do. I had a retarded sister, and it brought back a lot of things.
Did she ride the bus?
That's terrific. That's terrific.
Bus.
No.
So it brought back a lot of what? Like a lot of memories?
A lot of bad. Oh, yeah, a lot of bad. My brother and I were constantly in fights, protecting her, and, because people would make fun of her. And
that
shit.
seemed very unrealistic.
Yeah, what would they say to your sister?
What would they say to her?
A lot, hey, you fucking retard.
Okay.
Yeah.
But she didn't talk like fucking Pee Wee Herman.
No.
Nah.
Is she still around?
Pee Wee Herman, but she died when she was 26.
Hello?
Yes.
Oh,
What that you guys can't. That's not cool, man.
That's
What did she pass away from?
Well, they said natural causes, but I suspect it was sleep apnea.
Why a lot of retarded people have the sleep apnea?
Well, she was heavy, too. And I have sleep apnea because I'm a very heavy person.
I thought it might have been that big, thick tongue getting in the way while she was sleeping.
Oh, God.
Could have been.
She ain't heavy. She's my retarded sister.
That's true. Very, very. And I do drive a bus in Philadelphia, and we do get a lot of retarded.
You do? Are you the tolerant bus driver?
Sometimes not.
Yeah. Wow.
When they stand up in the bus and they start fucking hollering and screaming, you got to kind of put an end to it.
See?
Yeah, that's great.
This guy had a sister who was, he had a sister that was
I
retarded. He's not tolerant.
You just want to get through your day driving a bus, and you get this in the back.
Make somebody stop at that other bus stop.
But the one truth in the story was a lot of them that get on do know everything there is to know about buses, bus lines, and everything.
Yeah, that's quite a resume stuffer. Great.
well, most of them don't work, or they do menial jobs for the IRS.
Why do they choose?
Wait. Who do they work for?
I get a lot of them that work for the IRS, International Revenue Service.
International Revenue. Did you say the International Revenue Service?
I deserved the car crash on that.
Of course you did. That was a bus crash because retards working for the IRS was the joke, and international, they don't tax us in Greece and Europe and here. It's internal, sir.
The International Revenue Service.
All right. Well, Jim liked the movie.
Yeah. And I appreciate you tooling on me.
All right, Jim.
Bye, Jim.
Jim has
Have a good one, guys.
You know what I liked? I liked those Die Young movies. The 3 that came out. Bruce Willis.
Old habits die young.
That ass.
All right, here we go.
God.
Riding the bus with my sister. What else were you going to say about this movie?
Another thing that was going on during the whole thing, and I don't know if this was just part of Rosie's contract or the character was supposed to be like this. She was eating in every scene. Eating in every single scene. And she was unhealthy. She went to the doctor, and the doctor told her she's overweight and stuff. And somebody pointed out on the message board that this doctor is bashing Rosie's character, yet it's still Rosie that she's telling is unhealthy. The only difference is this retarded character didn't wash her hair. That was like the only difference between the retard and Rosie. So this woman's saying that how unhealthy and fat Rosie is as the retard. Meanwhile, she didn't have padding on or anything. She's just fat.
Oh, that's great.
So they're pounding her.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Fat clay legs with no bend marks in them.
And, I know it's very, hack as a comics to talk of the big head gag. Yeah, big head. That's a big head. But her head is giant. She has that big, fat head. And at one point she was getting a hairstyle. Her sister took her, and they formed her curly locks into a perfect mullet. Could not possibly have made her look more retarded.
You know who should cut her hair? David Ferry and Clay Shaw.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Yeah, I got JFK. Yeah, I got you. Didn't really go over well on it.
All right. You want to play some clips,
You didn't say Die Young.
Well, he did.
Here's Rosie's character on the phone, I guess.
I'm trying to use the phone!
No, that's Pee-wee.
Yes, Daddy?
Hi, honey, you okay?
Yes, I'm okay because I'm the sheriff.
Okay.
Yeah. You have to take me to Super Save tomorrow because they're having a sale.
Okay, I'm going to pick you up at 6.
Yeah, 6:30. I love you. I have to go catch a bus. I have to go catch a bus.
Oh, you are a bus, you pig.
Okay.
Why are you so tolerant with the retard? I'm the sheriff. No, you're not, stupid.
I'm the sheriff. Somebody had the storyline all wrong also. They told us that at the end she gets a bum leg.
Yeah.
And has to live with them. And then I realized that was the storyline of Bill. Somebody was trying to fool us.
Oh, okay.
That was the storyline of old Bill. Remember
we don't have our
Mickey
Bill
Rooney
clips.
Played a retard.
We have to get the Bill clips.
I had a bad leg, and I have to live with Barry.
And that's what happened. He had a bum leg. He would have had to go back to the home.
Oh, okay.
So he lived with...
someone got one
Dennis
past us,
Quaid.
huh?
I know. I didn't realize it until last night when I'm like, hey, wait, it didn't end like that.
That's one of our favorite comedies.
Of course it is.
How did it end? I didn't see it.
Well, it ended, the sister... Well, the father that she's talking to on the phone, he dies. He winds up dying. And now he took care of Rosie's character for the most part. Rosie lived alone, but I guess he helped her out, whatever. So now the sister, who is a very successful career woman, has to now come and kind of take care of her a little bit and leave her job for a while. And she winds up breaking up with her fiancé because of the problem with the sister. And
yeah, that would happen in real life.
Yeah.
Of course.
Because
She's so much.
Sorry.
And it's now the movie is pretty much the sister trying to get a better understanding of her retarded sister because they haven't been together in years. She's been busy career girl, doesn't even acknowledge she's got this retard for a sister.
What's there to understand?
Nothing. This movie was so shallow and had nothing to it.
They can't even watch the same TV programs.
So they drive on the bus together, and then Rosie tries hooking her up with the bus drivers.
This is my sister, and she broke up with her boyfriend, and she reads books, and she...
Oh, and she just kind of smiles like it's okay, instead of slapping her on the face and telling her to shut up like any normal human would do.
Should have pinched the back of her arm and just said, "Shut up."
Yeah, shut up.
Ow!
Here's the argument on the stairs, Anthony. What was this about?
I don't know. I couldn't even understand the movie. All right. I was a retard watching it.
What do you think you are, a hippopotamus? The way you clock down the steps every morning? Some people are still sleeping.
Not you. You're not sleeping. You're complaining. That's what you're doing. You're the hippopotamus.
Yeah, that was her walking downstairs.
Wow, there's a lot of fat jokes in this movie, huh?
Well, yeah. Well, she's fat. Yeah, big black woman is yelling at her for clomping down the stairs.
Every day you are first person on my bus.
Yeah.
She'd kill somebody to get on first.
I wouldn't kill.
She's got no place to go, just rides around all day.
So, it's a free country. I'm a person. I buy my bus pass for $40, and I'm first always, so that's why I'm first.
Yeah, you're doing it on the government dole. Why don't you do something useful in your life?
Okay, Henry. Where is Beth going today?
I'm going to go to Elma, and then I'm going to catch a bus with Rick.
Ah, Rick is your new favorite.
Yeah, because he has a green car and he's cute.
The green Mustang, very classy.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think he's going to take me for a ride in it.
What about your boyfriend? What about Jesse?
Jesse's delicious. He's going to take me today to get a new toilet seat because mine got broken and was sliding. So I would fall off of it like, whoa.
Fat ass sitting on it. Fat retarded ass broke the toilet seat.
Why did somebody cut Henry off? I really liked him.
Henry was telling it like it is.
She had a boyfriend, by the way. She had a boyfriend, Jesse, who was this big retarded black guy. So she and apparently they were having sex and everything.
Was he saying Como
with glass dildos? Como. Yeah, that was another, this whole thing was just full of this politically correct drivel. Just awfulness. Like the people in the bus, the angry people, why don't you get a job instead of being on the government dole? And you're supposed to look over and go, yeah, that person's mean and awful. Oh, and it's like every 2 seconds these little things were popping up. The intolerant gang of white guys that beat up the black, that were trying to beat up her black boyfriend on the bicycle, and he knows Taekwondo. Rosie's retarded black boyfriend. So he
and
kicked
he's got
ass.
the retard strength, too.
Yeah, he had the retard strength. And he kicked ass.
Gotta be kind of stupid to take on a guy like that.
People started getting ready to attack him, and Rosie goes, "It's getting hot in here! It's getting hot in here!" And he ran over in his Taekwondo duds.
They criticized her, and he went, "You motherfucker!"
Chris on Long Island. Chris.
What's up, fellas?
Hey.
Don't think that Rosie sounds like Barney Gumble from The Simpsons.
All right, that too.
That's good.
Sometimes it's Pee-wee. Sometimes it's Barney.
It's just minus the butt, right?
That's good.
The worst part of it is I was only able to whack my bag twice during that movie. Peace out.
Very good. The guy had a really good call.
So wait, not only was Rosie a retard, but she was in...
Oh, a two-time disappointer of the family.
Oh, my God. Father's like, it just couldn't get any worse. Daddy, meat. I stand corrected.
Okay, it can.
That's nice. And both races will be destroyed. They'll create a mongrel race.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's great.
Andy McDowell was the sister.
Yes.
She was the sister, and I guess the beginning shot, the opening shot of the movie was pretty good. She's kind of laying back on the bed, and her nips were showing through the sweater.
Yeah.
So that was like the best part of the movie.
My savior.
I'm not your savior. I'm just Beth. Cool Beth.
Beth, my girlfriend.
Oh, Miss Boring Clothes. What, am I scaring you? Want me to scare you? Go, go, go!
Beth.
Yeah.
Pay her no mind. She's just a harmless retard. Just don't make eye contact.
I'm having you!
That is hilarious.
Oh, is that the best line ever?
Another intolerant person on the bus.
Meanwhile, to me, those are the best people so far.
Of course.
Hendry and those two.
Hendry. An intolerant person. It's just a harmless retard. Don't make eye contact.
Absolutely true.
Oh,
Big dummy with panda legs. That's what she has. Legs like a fat white panda. She should be tugging a windbreaker through a cage. Fat whore.
I'm hearing you! So, when you gonna take me for a ride in your car with a green car, my caseworker?
Oh, Olivia, huh?
Yes, Olivia. She's pretty and she's nice. Oh, that's a house where me and Eugene live. I think he's a jerk. You think he's a jerk, Rick?
I don't think he's a jerk. I think he's a little impatient.
Yeah, well, he put up that sign in the bathroom that says only employees can use it.
That didn't stop you, though, did it?
No, because I'm a person, and it's just a bathroom. If I use it, I don't think I'm hurting anybody.
Yeah.
That's great. Employees work all day. She's
Sometimes
gonna
I go
drop
in
a
there and I
retard
don't
lung.
have to go to the bathroom just to wash my hands and make them mad.
Just to wash my hands.
Ah! How stupid can one person be?
Sometimes I just wash my hands.
Oh, you work hard and that dummy walks in and takes one of her retard dumps. There's gum and pennies in it. Little shards of glass and fur. Gum and pennies.
That was part of the movie was that she ate everything, which is good for Rosie O'Donnell. But as a kid, they did a lot of flashbacks where they showed her as a little kid, which is great for the kid's image as an actress. You know, you're really good. I think you can play a fat retard. Here you go. You're the fat retarded girl. And she was eating everything. She was outside eating dirt. They had her eating dirt. They had her eating paint. The paint, she's trying to do a little painting, and she was eating the paint. And that's what Rosie grew into, somebody that just...
Oh, my God.
The inside of the toilet looks like Dreyfuss's living room in Close Encounters.
This means something.
I got a big... There's a mountain in my toilet. I don't know. Maybe if I put some lines in the side, it'll ring a bell.
Be realistic, Rick. be open your eyeballs and you can see that he's a little bit of a jerk. Oh, Shanae, you're growing.
Yeah, I'm big as a truck.
Oh, sit here.
You want to feel them kick?
Pregnant woman.
Hold on. Go ahead. Put your hands on my tummy. He's moving all over the place.
Well, oh my goodness. Oh, Rick. Rick, you want to touch that?
I'm driving here, Beth.
Yeah. Yeah, I have something to show you.
Oh, yeah?
Look. Oh. These are my niece and my nephew, Alex and Maddie.
Adorable.
Yeah, I love them so much. I never met them, but my brother says come bring them over, Bobby.
Sure he is.
They're cute. They're so cute. Thank you.
Is the pregnant woman patting her own stomach and looking at the retard and then looking up going, please, God, please, please.
Hey, Rick, what are you doing? Stop singing that song. It's going to get you fired.
Wow. Man.
Okay, Jesse, here they are. I like the fishies. What do you like?
This one's soft.
Retarded boyfriend.
Oh, but Jesse, that one's ugly. Nobody wants to sit on that. You know me. I'm fussy. Yeah. We need some help. I'll get it. Can we have assistance, please, in row number 1 for toilet seats? Hello? Toilet seat assistance in row number 1. Thank you.
Okay.
Who runs this joint anyway?
What?
Pee-wee.
She's
and Sweet Corn Smile from Syracuse. Rosie sounds like the Saturday Night Live skit Amy Poehler does as the little girl. Yeah.
Rick.
Hey, over here.
Oh, she is awful.
Oh, this is great.
It is so bad. It's such a bad... You can't get over the put-on retard that she's doing. This over-the-top bad...
That's what I say.
Oh, it's horrible.
So far, Henry and those other two guys are my favorite characters on television.
Henry. That sounds like the Cookie Monster a little bit, too.
C is for chromosome, which I do not have.
Today's show is sponsored by the letter U. Ugh.
All right, I guess this is where the movie gets very dramatic, Anthony. The father has a heart attack.
Hangers are more for just hanging your clothes. Hangers are used for things other than just hanging your clothes.
Oh,
the father has a heart attack?
Yes, this is where the father dies. I guess they have to call up Rosie, and she runs to the hospital, and it's trying to be a touching scene, and it was nothing but humor. Just funny.
When was the last time she saw her father?
Talked to him all the time on the phone.
But he was much too busy to visit her?
No, I guess he would visit her, too, and give her things. So, I guess they were close.
I tried to reach you at home, but I missed you. You must have already left.
Yeah, well, I was here. Would you like a cookie? It's chocolate flavor, very nutritious.
Eating again.
No, thanks. But is there someplace we can go?
What for?
Beth, your dad. I'm afraid your father's had a heart attack.
No, Olivia, my dad's taking me to Super Save. I'm gonna go get Rick. What?
Beth.
Now.
Beth. Slow down. He's had surgery. I think you might just want to... Move! Beth! Move! Excuse me, sorry. Excuse me, I just got to...
The running retard scene. The panicking
Beth's
retard.
dad is in the hospital. Massive heart attack.
You okay, Beth?
Yeah, time to start the bus. Let's go.
I'm pretty fucking soft. I'm okay.
You're going slow, Rick. I'm going to report you.
Beth.
No, Olivia, everybody has a schedule. I've got a schedule. We're going to Happy Timmy's bus today. That's why it is.
Beth, can I call someone for you?
Rick, you're cute, but your clothes are faded, and they're not very nice. But you look at my clothes, they're very bright. I give everybody lots of color.
Oh, where is it?
St. Matthews.
Beth, listen to me.
No.
Your dad's in the hospital.
Yeah. I have to go to the hospital.
I'll take you there.
Now you're rude.
There's other people on the bus, by the way. And he's just going to, hey, we got to go to the hospital.
That would happen in real life.
Excuse me.
That would happen.
Fired.
Where's your pass, fatso?
I don't have it.
Then get off.
You would be fired for that.
Of course. You can't take the bus off the route.
All right, now she's visiting her father in the hospital.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, no. Where's my daddy? Where's my daddy?
He's in a coma. He's unconscious. He won't even know you're here.
Yes, he will, because he's knowing.
I think it's important for Beth to see her dad. Go ahead.
I want to see him!
Father's like finally in peace.
I didn't want you to
He's
see
just
him.
pretending he can't hear her.
It would upset you.
It's me, the sheriff. Dad, can you hear me? Oh, Dad. You were going to take me to Summer Safe today. You had to wake up. You had to wake up. It's you, me. Now we make a good team. It's you, me. He's not going to die, is he? Okay.
He's not so loud.
But he's not going to die, right?
Maybe you'd like to come outside and sit down.
Baby, you should do something. You just stand there. You're doing nothing.
Beth, please, calm down.
It's time we let your dad rest.
No, it's not time. I'm going to stay here. It's not time.
You have to cooperate.
You're not my mother. You're not.
Thank
That's
God.
my darling.
If I was, I'd have thrown myself down the stairs.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that was the heart-tugging scene.
That was the...
Rosie crying. Now she's got to move on and get along without her dad to help her.
So
that's where her sister
I mean, there's a
comes
ton of clips still to go here. Which ones do you want to go to?
No. Let me see. They all stink. Birthday party on the bus.
How about the ones where bees sting her fat legs while she rolls around confused in the yard?
It was just such a horrible movie. It's just her walking around pretty much doing what we've already heard. This bad retard voice put in situations that garner her no sympathy whatsoever from the audience watching. She's just an annoying ugh. And, oh, well, there's the Hallmark retard commercial.
All right.
They were, now, during this whole movie, which was sponsored by Hallmark, 29, sponsored by Hallmark, every commercial break, there were like 2 of these drama commercials. They went on and on forever. And it was supposed to, you know, be feel good. And one was how this little boy comes home from school and his teacher gave him a card because he was good, nice to another student who was like developmentally challenged, I believe. And the mother's very proud of her son for helping. And another one was this woman who's very successful comes back to visit a teacher that taught her, this old man. I guess it looked like he was retiring, too. Gives him a card and stuff, and he says, wow, you've done very well in life. What are you, a stockbroker or a lawyer? And she goes, no, I'm a teacher. And then Bob Kelly bursts into tears.
What did the card say? Roses are red, violets are blue. Thanks for wrecking our family photographs, you genetic disaster, you.
No, you.
And then there was this one.
All right.
Which was, I guess, this woman. She's in her office. She comes across as a very stuffy, all-business kind of woman. She leaves the office and goes to, I guess it's her brother, her retarded brother's house. Yes, Jimmy?
Oh, no.
I'm just thinking of another card you give to the retard. It's a picture of a dumpster in the back of a Planned Parenthood, and the card says, wish you were here.
Oh, my
I'm crying.
Yeah, so she goes over her brother's house, I guess it is, and he's got Down syndrome, but he's very self-sufficient, and she gives him the card. It's her interacting with her retarded brother.
Hey, Dave.
Hi, Trish. Come on in.
You show me around?
Sure. This is my living room.
Great.
And this is my TV. And down the hall.
It's where I jerk off 23 hours a day.
This is my bedroom.
He talks like Dugout Doug.
And this is my kitchen.
What are you cooking over there?
Oh, I'm making vegetable soup.
Looks good.
Hungry?
I'm always hungry.
Not for your vegetable soup. Sticky, nasty fingers in there.
I know. Oh, vegetable soup. It's a bowl with 3 of his friends in it.
Thanks. Let me take a look at it. I'm so proud of you.
Reading the card.
I'm proud of you too, Trish.
They had a close-up of his hands as he's opening the card.
Right.
And you would think they would have told him, hey, clip your nails. He had these Ricky the Intern nails. They're big and pointy, and they were on the ends of fingers that looked like, you ever see a gecko, the lizard? Like they got those fat fingers on those little stubby. That's what it looked like. Like gecko hands.
His hands were claws. His hands were all burnt because he wasn't heating up the soup. He was heating up his own hands.
He was stirring it with his hand. I called the carrots Bob. Shut up.
Stupid Hallmark cards.
God, they got cards for everything now. They got cards for retards.
You just learned to wipe your bottom. Happy 35th birthday.
Bingo Pants from whackbag.com. Bingo Pants.
How you doing, guys?
What's up?
Want to see if, since Hallmark produced this thing, do you think they're now going to have a section of cards for retards? Like they can get their own parents and anniversary cards saying, "You guys, thanks for not taking a hanger to me."
Yeah.
Punching out, guys.
Yeah.
That'll be good.
Too late.
And I noticed a couple more clips here that we want to play.
All right, let her rip.
Well, Beth wants to have a baby.
Oh, right.
This might be worth playing.
Yeah. She wanted to have a baby because she's in love with her boyfriend Jesse, the black guy, retarded guy, and they are having sex.
Ugh.
But they had a flashback scene where apparently the sister there and the father were a little leery of this whole thing, so they had her tubes tied, and she couldn't have a baby, and she was very disappointed with that. I guess. Smart parents, though.
Absolutely.
Smart father and sister.
Should have given her a
Sorry, go.
Oh, it's okay. I was just going to say they should have given her a hysterectomy. But I stopped myself short because I didn't have anything else, and I was actually hoping the clip would play. Cause I was like,
yeah.
And then you stopped it, and I'm like,
Could have tagged it with a spade shovel.
There we go.
Oh, Shanae, your baby. Can I hold her?
Oh, Beth, I don't know. It's so tiny.
Give the retard the baby.
Are you sad?
10 years since I can't have a baby. That's what I'm thinking.
Are you sorry now that you can't have a baby?
I don't know. I don't know the baby. Maybe that baby would cry all the time. But I would love it. That's the most important thing.
We thought we were doing the right thing.
Now look, Beth. How much did you do with this Jesse?
Okay, hold it. Flashback. With this father asking, how much did you do with this Jessie? Like they're trying to figure if she's sexually active, and if she is, they got to get her tubes tied. And one of the highlights of the movies are later on in this scene, I guess it's in the clip, as they're wheeling her gurney through the hospital. She has a few comments to make.
And I also have to know, did the camera pan to her legs and the baby legs, and you couldn't tell which was which?
Big, fat, dimpled knee.
The thing is, you could get pregnant if you're not careful. And everyone knows you're not very careful. I'm sure this Jesse guy is very nice, but do you really want to have a baby?
I might.
Babies are not dolls. They're not puppies or kittens.
Babies get sick. They need constant attention.
How would you manage that, Beth, when you can't even hook your own bra? Do you really want to take that chance? Do you want to have a baby?
Hook my own bra. They make them without hooks.
Can't hook her own bra because she's too fat. Big pig. Has nothing to do with being retarded. Then they show her getting her tubes tied. Do we have that?
I don't know.
What track is that?
I don't think.
You
no.
better have that gurney wheeling down that hallway.
I don't know if we do.
With her comments.
Let me try this. There's a conversation about getting her tubes tied.
All right, let's hear that.
I don't know if this is... I don't
I'm going with kids. That's what I say because it's true.
That's right, Beth, and kids love you.
Yes. I can't have any kids.
Beth.
That's true. They had my tubes tied up.
Tied up.
But that's okay because then I don't have to worry when I'm with Jesse. You know what I mean? Do you like marshmallows?
I love marshmallows.
Me too.
We got something in common.
The kind with the sugar on the top?
I haven't had those.
Yeah, I have them sometimes at holidays. They make them for holidays.
Hi there, Jesse.
Jesse! Jesse! That's a good man! That's my boyfriend, Jesse!
We know, Beth. So shut up.
What'd he say?
So shut up.
We know, Beth, so shut up.
I don't know, Ann. I think that's it.
Oh, they're wheeling her down the hospital hallway on the gurney, all ready to get her tubes tied, and she starts moving around. She goes, I changed my mind. I changed my mind. And she's screaming, I changed my mind. Hey, keep wheeling her right through. This ain't your decision to make, stupid.
That's right. I don't care what the birth certificate says, mind of a 6-year-old.
And they clip her anyway.
All right, then it's Beth and Rachel say goodbye, and then Beth back to riding the bus. So everything's all...
Oh, it ends happy?
All nice.
Yeah, it ends
right?
same way. It ends actually with the clip that we played on Friday.
Oh, okay.
So,
ew.
We're done. Yeah. We're done with this.
There was nothing to this. This was a non-movie. Aside from her walking around sounding like Pee-wee retarded. Imagine her and that black guy just going at it in bed. But you know what? You got to think it's probably pretty cool for them. It's just pure pleasure. There's nothing rattling around in that head to distract you.
That genital mixer probably smells like a Reuben.
Oh, God.
Two unwashed fat dopes.
Coming up next on Opie and Anthony, Jim Norton sings
Forget Me Not, you sightless twat. Your dog just shit on my rug.
Thought that was pretty fucking funny, didn't you?
How's that for a sketch?
The Opie and Anthony Show. XM202. The Opie and Anthony Show.
Hey, it's Opie and Anthony and Jim Norton, Bill Burr sitting in, and Brother Joe. Everyone is here just to say, hey, what's up? I hope you're enjoying the worst of. We'll be back tomorrow for another Opie and Anthony program. But first, we're going to have a little thing here, an old bit where we talked about after-school specials.
Everyone remembers these, right? Come home from school and you turn on the after-school special. It would teach you a little something.
Cookies and milk.
That would have been nice if your mic was on. What?
I said cookies and milk after school special.
I already heard that. You just said it.
I know.
It's never funny the second time.
Never.
No.
Should have come with something else.
Scotch?
I know. You should have said like a stepfather creeping in giving a breast exam. I love that guy.
After-school specials on the Opie and Anthony program.
It's the worst of Opie and Anthony.
Lo más mal de Opie and Anthony en XM202.
Tuttle from New York. Trying to be a comedian, but very funny here. To after-school specials where the chick has the problem. The sicker the problem, the more the batch. Now that's a fun new game.
To after-school special.
Starring Valerie Bertinelli. Meredith Baxter Burnett. Yes. That's a lifetime favorite.
It's about latchkey kids that have to come home and the single parent is at work. So they have to heat up their own Campbell soup.
I'm Sarah, and I cut. I'm a cutter.
I'm a cutter.
Oh, you tell me.
I thought it was drugs and sex. It turns out she's a cutter. I didn't know about this. And then the shrink has to tell the parents, this is very popular and serious thing that happens these days. A cutter.
A cutter.
Those were always the best. The after-school special. Yeah, you take it.
I'm Beth, and I pull out my eyelashes.
Yes.
Because my mommy didn't love me.
Susan, portrait of a teenage slut.
You take my breath away.
I don't know what to say. You take my breath away.
That was an after-school special song.
Of course it was.
I remember that. What was that story about?
Oh,
take my breath away.
Whew. Remember the one Eve Plum was in, Jan Brady? It was Sarah Portrait of a Teenage Alcoholic or something.
Nice.
And yeah, that wasn't an after-school special, but it was one of those family movies that you watched with your parents. And she was just a raging drunk in school with a little vodka bottle, and it was like, hey, it's John Brady. I'm drinking with George Glass. It was great.
Oh, I used to love those after-school specials.
Yeah.
Tuttle makes a good point. The sicker they are.
Oh, yeah. There was the one about the girl and, God, what was it? The father was the kid toucher. And her father was doing things to her. And it was Ted Danson, I think. Yeah, Ted Danson was the father, and he's touching the kid. That one rocked.
And the kid was too scared to tell anyone?
Yeah. Don't remember the name of that one either. But then, justice always prevails. And then there was the one with the, like I was saying, the guy that played the school admissions guy from Risky Business.
Oh, God, yeah.
Mazer.
Right.
Yeah, and he was the kid toucher, and it was the little kid from one of the vacation movies. It was the girl.
Was she retarded?
Yeah, and his name was Howard. Yeah.
You saw that one too, Rick?
And he was taking pictures of her on the rock in the park. And just at first, he's just taking regular pictures. And he's like, okay, why don't you pull your shirt down a little bit? And she's like, oh, Howie. And he starts snapping the pictures. He goes, it's okay, you're like a supermodel. You're like Farrah Fawcett. Just take your shirt down a little bit. I felt disgusting watching this show. Okay. And then the mother bursts in his apartment, and there's, like, boys on the floor eating pizza, and the mother starts beating the crap out of him. It was great. Richard Mazer was his name.
We have a song to play, though.
And this is...
This will bring back memories to the older listeners of our show.
After-school special music? Yeah. Who did this? Rex Smith.
Rex Smith.
Remember Rex Smith?
Here he goes.
I don't know what to say. You take my breath away. You're every song I sing.
Was this the after-school special where Helen Hunt got PCP? Remember that one? Or is this the Scott Baio after-school special Stone?
Take my breath away.
Take your bra off and take it off now!
You smile and it's okay. Okay. Take my breath away.
Oh, ow.
Water from a spring.
Anyway.
On a sizzling summer day.
Don't just stare at it. Eat it.
Will you take my breath away?
What about our huge friggin' Hooters, huh?
I thought I told you to shut up.
You take my breath away.
So bad.
And I don't know what to say.
Get on your hands and knees like a dog. That's it. Crawl around like a dog.
Sweet, merciful crap.
Hey, he keeps licking his finger. Me.
What the hell were you thinking?
You're a little bitch. That's right, you're a bitch, and I bet you'd like to suck it, wouldn't you?
I smell vermin poontang.
Gay, totally gay, Liberace gay.
You take my breath away. And I don't know what to say.
You're a kid toucher.
'Cause you take my breath away.
You're a filthy whore.
Hey.
My breath away.
This is horrible.
My breath away.
Virgin.
Look what I did to you. Again.
Your days of finger banging, old Mary Jane Crunch through her pretty pink panties are over.
Nice head, Dick.
Shut up, dummy.
How's that for a topper?
Shut up!
Shut up.
Rex Smith?
I know. I think what that after-school special was about was the chick was in love with him, right? Because he was also in the after-school special. And the chick was, like, in love with this guy. But I can't remember what happened.
Yeah, but wasn't it McNichols?
Christy McNichol?
Wasn't she in that one?
She might have been. No, wait.
Someone's got to
Maybe the show Family. Wasn't he in Family?
Someone's got to get us the synopsis of that after-school special where
Yeah.
Rick Smith sung that song.
Mm.
So I remember it was pretty intense.
Pretty intense. That was great.
Doug knows what the movie's about. Let's see. Doug.
Hey.
Hey, what's
How's
up?
it going? The 13-year-old girl on the show was an actress who was also on that sitcom Fish.
Fish?
Yeah, with Abe Vigoda.
Yes, the spin-off of Barney Miller.
And she falls for Rex Smith. He's like a 21, 22-year-old guitar player.
Yeah.
And she says she's like 17, and she even denies being Jewish.
Oh, perish the thought.
It's like she drives up to a Catholic school, puts on a Catholic uniform.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. I swear.
And then that's when that song comes on.
So the big deal was that she was only 13 and not 17 like she told Rex Smith's character?
Yeah, exactly. And at the end, he like blows her off because he knows he can get in trouble. And at the end, he just goes for it anyway. You see him making out as the credits are rolling.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was it called Fallen Angel?
No, Fallen Angel was the one with Richard Mazer. And,
right.
And Dana Hill was her name. She was that like fidget kid with bad kidneys or something.
Yeah, it's a real sappy movie.
Very good. Thank you, Doug.
All right, man.
All right.
And, of course, Richard Mazer in Fallen Angel was like the soccer coach guy. It's always the soccer coach. And they had won a game, and he's like, I'll take you all out for pizza. He was the definitive kid toucher back then when that movie came out. It was so bad. He hooks up with a kid porno ring, and he's making movies. I think it was 1979. Sooner or later. Here it is.
1979, right.
The video cover and everything. Maury Amsterdam was in it. Who was the chick? Let's see. Rex Smith. Michael Sky was his name in that. Michael Sky.
Michael Sky.
Members of the Sky Band. A lot of people. Dennis Miller was in that?
Come on.
Dennis Miller. Jesse Walters. I don't know who the chick was. Nice.
Right, Danielle's got a good one. Danielle.
Yes, hi.
Hi, you watch these after-school specials?
Of course I do, and you guys are forgetting the best one.
Go ahead.
The HBO movie with Calista Flockhart, where she's bulimic, and then she vomits in jars. And her mother, finds out her little secret when she's putting her clothes away one day and opens the closet and she sees these jars of vomit, and then the mother starts vomiting.
What? She saved her vomit?
She saved her vomit in jars because her mother was like, why are you spending so much time in the bathroom? So she decided to take jars and vomit in her room.
That's a stretch. Why doesn't she just vomit into the toilet?
I don't know. Because her mother became suspicious when she was in the bathroom so much and saw all the jars of vomit and started vomiting herself.
It's a popular theme, the bulimic. Whoa. So 747 taking off.
I learned something today. Bulimia is not cool if you do it into a jar.
No, then it's disgusting.
Then you've really got a problem. That's a problem.
Anorexia or bulimia or drugs, cutting, and sex. There you go.
Well, always good themes. You guys are great. Thanks so much.
I like to cut. Thanks, Danielle.
Bye-bye.
You ever see the homo one with the football player guy, and he's in high school, and he's on the football team, and he's gay. He's gay, and I think Scott Baio was his best friend. And he finally comes out and tells Scott Baio, and the whole rest of the movie is how Scott Baio's going to deal with his best friend being gay. And all the other people are like, hey, faggy, faggy. And Scott Baio has to, deal with his friend being gay.
On the football team.
No, it wasn't a Charles in Charge. It was a movie. It was like an after-school thing. It might even just been called My Friend's Gay or something. They really didn't come up with many creative titles. They had to grab you right in with those after-school specials. But, something like Susie Pukes. Would be they really got to hit the point. Bobby's a kid toucher. I'm watching.
Was he a wide receiver on the football team?
I think he was.
Whack, whack. Let's go to Tony. Tony!
What's up, guys?
Hey.
Quick one before I tell my confession.
Yeah.
Remember the HBO one with Ben Affleck playing the steroid guy?
Steroid guy. No.
Oh, yeah. I think I remember that one, too.
The best part of those shows is at the end. Hi, I'm Ronnie whatever.
I'm the real guy. Yeah, they would
This
do that.
almost killed me. He had to skull it by that time because all his hair fell out.
Skull it would be the mullet that a bald guy wears.
Yeah, the superstar Billy Graham 70s do. All right, quick confession.
Yeah, go ahead.
Drove all the way from Brooklyn to, like, exit 63 on the LIE in Long Island. You know that's a hike, bro.
That's way out there.
Just for a Hummer.
Just for a Hummer.
Nice.
And it wasn't that good, though.
Yeah, it's still good.
Well, the chick, she used her teeth, bro.
Well, how'd you meet this girl?
It was a friend of a friend.
The rape.
Ah, screw it. It was my ex-girlfriend's mother.
All right, Tony.
Later, fellas.
Bye.
Here it is. The truth about Alex was the one about the gay guy. It was Alex. I don't believe people actually come up with the names of these things. The Best Little Girl in the World with Jennifer Jason Leigh is the best anorexia teen film. Going to have to rent that one. The Best Little Girl in the World.
Jennifer Jason Leigh, is she naked in this movie, too?
I'm sure. I don't think the girl's made a movie where she doesn't show her saggies. She's got the worst, too.
Keith!
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Did you guys ever see the one Welcome Home Jelly Bean?
I remember the title.
Girl?
I remember the title. Welcome Home, Jelly Bean.
And the little girl was like, Welcome home, Jelly Bean!
Yeah, we forgot the retard theme, too. That's always a good after-school special theme. Like Normal People was the Sean Cassidy one. Where he's
like
Raja, Raja, where love. Mama.
I figured Anthony would get a kick out of that one.
Cool, Keith. Thank you. You remember that one? You don't remember this one, do you? Mike, what's going on?
What's going on, guys?
Hey.
You ever see the after-school special about this drunk Boston mother? It's called Three Rights Make a Left. It was pretty good.
Wasn't that also titled I Want to Go Home in the parentheses?
Exactly. And
Three rights make a left. I want to go home.
Something about boxed wine or something, too, was in that one.
Hey, yes, a simple box of wine.
You're good, Mike.
Take care, guys.
All right.
I also had to, you know something? Why does he have to do that? I just remembered being up in Boston for Christmas. I used to have to go up. And for some reason, I was always in charge of taking the goddamn lights off the tree. I'd have to take the lights off the tree and wind them up. And the way she had them, one year, she tied them in knots around the branches. And I don't even want to be in there. And she's like, could you take the lights off the tree and first get me a wine?
Here we go.
And then take the lights off the tree and wind them up nice. And then could you please put the storm windows in the screen doors? It's December already.
Right.
And she couldn't find anyone else to do this until I came up from my vacation. Go downstairs beside the furnace are the storm windows and put them in. I'm like, oh, what could this take? The whole frame had to come out. Like I'm using my Makita. I'm using tools that were in my truck that I needed for construction. But I'm on vacation. Could you just put the storm windows in? And, you know, it's awful cold downstairs in the TV room. I could use another piece of ductwork to take some heat. I'm on vacation, lady. Maybe if you didn't booze it up, you wouldn't be cold. Try some blood in the alcohol stream.
Wow.
And I swear to dude, I'm on a ladder on my Christmas vacation installing ductwork in her basement.
What's wrong with that, Anthony?
Well, when you're done, put in the garage door opener. First drive to Sears, because if we drive, it's going to take forever. Because 3 rights make a left. I want to go home. Could you please?
In a touching story of a drunken mother-in-law and a son-in-law in hell, it's 3 rights make a left. I want to go home on HBO.
Hi. What you watched was a dramatization of my life. I'm the real Judy. I want to go home.
Your every song I sing.
You know, today I shared a lot about boxed wine and putting my son-in-law through hell.
And you take my breath away.
But this is also educational. So for all you abused son-in-laws out there,
Run for your goddamn life. Whatever it costs. I want to go home. Did I ever tell you about the time I pulled up to my apartment? I was hammered. And you know the stairs that go up to my apartment on the right side of the building? I accidentally took the stairs on the left side of the building. There was a big party going on for the teenage girl that lived next door. So there's all teens partying and having a kegger. I walked up the stairs and passed out on the couch. Much to the dismay of the teens that were partying in this apartment. She had to call her father and say, who's the drunk broad on the couch?
You gotta be lying.
Swear to God. I passed out on the neighbor's couch.
Imagine you're partying with your friends, and this old woman comes up hammered and falls asleep on the couch? Yeah.
I want to go. You've watched a dramatization called 3 Rights Make a Left, I Want to Go Home. Hi, I'm the real Judy. Stay tuned for next week's After School Special, The Longest Divorce Ever.
And I don't know what to say.
Hi, I'm the real Anthony. I was the son-in-law.
Anthony, could you just build a card house? Because I want you to. And there'll be a week of annoying silence if you don't. It's January 1st, and I want to go to Faneuil Hall. Yeah, I know the wind whips through it like the Arctic, but I want to go. And then when we get there, after a few Grandma's, I'm going to say, I want to go home. And you know what? You'll pack me up and take me home. Or else your wife will yell at you. I want to go home. A new after-school special.
On ABC.
Oh, I'm home? Part 2 of I'm home. I want to go out.
Let's go to Tony on the phone. Tony.
Hey, do you remember that after-school special where the guy always peed his bed and the mom left the sheets out?
Oh, that was the Michael Landon story.
Very good. The Michael Landon story. He was a track star and he peed himself.
That's a true story. That's what happened to Michael Landon when he was growing up. He was a track star. He peed his bed, and his mom used to hang the
sheets out,
the urine-stained sheets out the window for the whole neighborhood to see. Oh,
bedwetter.
Bedwetter.
Take it easy, guys.
All right, Dave. I guess we got to take a little breaks.
Yeah. A brakes.
I put on the brakes.
A brake snowboard.
A brake.
Hey, what's up, America? This is Tracy Morgan, and you're listening to the worst of Opie and Anthony. Don't get it twisted.
Well, I got something to play for you.
All right.
Because you guys do have this obsession with Mike Brady.
Oh,
it's an obsession. I'm pretty obsessed with him, maybe.
Sure.
Here's him describing the first time he ever kissed a girl.
Really?
To one of the kids, yeah, on the Brady Bunch.
Hi, sweetheart. You like my dress?
Mom, can I talk to Dad for a minute? It's kind of a father-son thing.
Oh. Well, since I don't
really know where to start.
Well, how about the beginning?
Well, Dad, did you ever kiss a girl when you were my age?
Yeah.
Wow, long pause. Yeah. For Christ's sake, say something.
Excuse me, Bobby. Bobby?
It's a father-son thing, Dad. Stop.
Come on, Bobby. Come up to the bathtub with me.
Let me smell your breath.
Long pause.
Well, how about the beginning?
Well, Dad, did you ever kiss a girl when you were my age?
Yeah, I kind of remember that I did.
Did something special happen?
Sure did. Her father walked in.
Yeah, I threw up. Her father walked into the room.
I found him much more attractive.
So he stuck it in my keister, and look at me now, I'm losing weight rapidly. Oh, it's the story of a man named Brady, and he's wearing pants that get looser by the day. Shit,
Well, how about the beginning?
Well, Dad, did you ever kiss a girl when you were my age?
Yeah, I kind of remember that I did.
Did something special happen?
Sure did. Her father walked in.
Well, I mean, how'd you feel? Like, did you see skyrockets or something?
Oh, skyrockets came later. Right up my ass.
Well, not skyrockets exactly. A few little firecrackers, maybe.
Well, if you did see skyrockets, would that mean you're in love?
That depends, I suppose. It could.
And people who are in love get engaged, right?
Yeah, well...
and then they get married.
Well, I think in your case...
Some states.
Yeah, well...
and then they get married.
Well, I think in your case I'd recommend a long engagement.
How long?
About 10 years. Son, love and marriage and engagements, it's a wonderful business, but you want to make very sure about those skyrockets.
Make sure, huh? Thanks, Dad. I'll keep in touch.
And by the way...
You do that.
Those weren't firecrackers. They were T-cells exploding.
A little something for you guys and your obsession with Mike Brady.
Yeah.
Because of a Mike Brady thing.
We can't stop talking about him. This is hilarious.
Oh, with his little robe and slippers. Last days walking around the hospital. 65 pounds.
Why couldn't I have liked girls?
Hi, this is Dominic Canese. You're listening to my pal, Little Jimmy Norton, on the Opie and Anthony Show.
XM202, the Opie and Anthony Show.
Good morning, Anthony.
Hi.
Good morning, Jimmy.
Hi, Opie.
Jimmy is sleeping on the couch, the lesbian couch, getting ready for another fine Opie and Anthony program. But why is he sleeping on the couch if we're not even here today?
Stayed.
You stayed all weekend?
Yeah.
Right.
All right. How you feeling?
I'm very tired, but while you guys are gallivanting, I'm kind of looking after the fort.
We're getting ready for another fine Opie and Anthony program.
Yeah.
We got to intro a few bits here, and then we're going to get some more bits on the air that we have to intro because we're not here today. Right. I'm in Florida celebrating my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
I noticed a date on the paper here. It's my birthday.
How about that?
Happy birthday.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Angel.
Thank you, Anthony. Remember when Tracy Morgan was in studio?
Of course.
He gave us some hilarious radio.
Hilarious.
And that's all I have to say about this. I don't remember anything else about it. So why don't we just play Tracy Morgan in studio?
Here's Opie and Anthony when they don't suck.
Good for what ails you. What?
The worst of Opie and Anthony.
Are we doing a baseball
Tracy!
game?
What's up, Tracy? Tracy Morgan in studio. His first visit on the brand new show. He's going to be at Caroline's tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. 212-757-4100 for ticket information. But, I mean, you've blown up so big, we don't even have to sell these shows, right?
When? Wow.
You've blown up, bro.
A little bit.
A little bit.
You know, I'm still out there getting them pregnant and stuff.
Yeah?
Yes.
You don't wear bags? Ever?
Nah. Never. Hey, where's Kim? Let me, can I smell Kim? Thank you.
Sniffing Jimmy's fingers?
Yes.
That's great.
I think she said her name was Kim. She had a wig and a Kobe jersey. I hope it was a she.
It's good to be back here with you guys, man. I miss you.
Been a while.
Word up.
Definitely.
Well,
last time we saw each other, we went through, 30 cases at the baseball game? I was pitching.
Yeah, we first met Tracy. Jim Brewer introduced us to Tracy. Brewer was talking about Tracy Morgan for years, and we finally got to meet Tracy at our celebrity softball game. Brewer just brought him along. He wasn't really doing our show at that point or anything, and Tracy just freaking stole the show.
I had a great time, man. At one point, I was in the pool naked with 2 chicks, man.
Well, you got to understand, we do these celebrity softball games from time to time, and there were 6,000 people at the last one. No exaggeration. It was sold out at a minor league stadium, and Tracy decided he needed a pitch, so he walks out of the dugout in just his tighty-whities, man, his underwear.
It was a jock, right? With your
bare
Was it a jock?
Yeah. It was just a jock strap. That was all he was wearing.
And cleats.
And cleats.
I'm in the books. I'm in the books now. I mean, they open up the Opie and Anthony show, I'm in the books. I'm in the books. You know, no fugazi here.
Dude, those pictures have circulated around the internet for years.
Yeah.
For years. They pop up every once in a while when I'm doing searches.
Yeah.
You pitching in a jockstrap in front of 6,000 people.
With a gut.
With a gut.
Oh, yeah.
You're a lot thinner.
Speed bump.
You got that Hollywood thinness to you
What
now.
happened? You trimmed down
I
the whole
went out there and I got on some no-carb stuff, you know.
Yeah?
I'm a carnivore. I'm a New York guy, man. I love my carbs, man. And, you know, it's just crazy out there, man. But I'm having a good time.
Yeah,
I'm
you're all
partying.
Hollywood Slim now.
Nah, you know me. I still drink my beer and all that. My brewage, yeah.
Got
you know,
it.
I just got into a shoving match at the club the other night.
Get out. With who?
Yeah, with my cousin.
Really?
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't drink Cristal. No, brewage. Yeah, I drink brewage. But why is my bill $1,600? And why is it coming to me, dude? So two of my I had like 2 platinum chains and they got ripped off my neck and everything.
So wait, your cousin is drinking the Cristal?
No, he was drinking brew too. He just ordered it as a gag.
Are you kidding me? He ordered it as a gag.
He said, "You're rich. You got a TV show." I said, "No, the show got canceled, dude. Can't order stuff like that now, man."
And they come up to you with a bill, and you're getting a shoving match with your cousin.
Yeah, man.
Did you kick his ass?
Nah, no punches were thrown. We just grabbed each other's shirts. A few buttons popped off. That was it. I broke a nail, though. I'm Hollywood now.
You gotta watch out.
I don't eat carbs. I'm Hollywood. I'm La Brea.
You know, getting back to the celebrity softball game, the best part of the celebrity softball game was afterwards. We were in the locker room.
That's when Michael Jackson touched me, but y'all didn't know that. That's when Michael Jackson touched me.
And you were hammered, man. You had to have half a case of beer easily.
Oh, yeah.
And a little of this, you know.
Yeah,
a little this.
for Dolo.
And
that's marijuana, not coke.
Then you were trying to rally the troops to get a trip going to Harlem.
Yeah.
You wanted to get all the white boys together.
And let's go up to Harlem.
Yeah, a little field trip to Harlem.
I had a couple of strippers that I wanted to introduce you guys to.
Right, that's
you know?
right, yeah.
Young, fresh, and green.
I've never laughed harder in my life. No exaggeration. You are so on talking about how white we really were and that we needed a field trip to Harlem.
Yeah, we
no soul, man. You know what I'm saying? Get you guys some afros and stuff like that. We'd have been great. You know, shake a few people down. We'd have been great.
Harlem ain't like the old days, though, now.
Good cop, bad cop. You know what it is.
They're kind of, I don't know, they're reworking Harlem. They're fixing everything up.
What happened was a Starbucks appeared.
Yeah.
That's when I knew it was going down.
That's the beginning, right?
Yeah, a Genovese and the Starbucks came to the ghetto. Genovese and the Starbucks, that's when it's going commercial.
And then, who bought the Apollo and fixed that all up? Wasn't it like white people?
Mm-hmm.
Like some white people.
Some white people bought the Apollo. You know that. We ain't have the money. We ain't have the bread.
No.
I think this white dude bought one of Whitney Houston's Grammys. I went next door. It was Whitney Houston's neighbor. I went to his crib.
Really?
And I seen a Grammy sitting on the coffee table. I said, "Sir, how did you get that?" He said, "Don't you worry about it." And then I looked on the wall. He had My Prerogative platinum album on his wall. I said, "How'd you get that?" He said, "Don't worry about it."
Yeah, they knew
I said, "This is a garage sale out over there." You know, Whitney Houston lost a tooth.
Yeah?
I heard she lost a tooth, man.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How do you think she lost the tooth?
I don't know. I hope Bobby ain't smoking. I don't know.
It's either Bobby knocked it out or she chipped it with a crack pipe.
I don't know.
Man, she just looks like a crackhead these days.
Yeah, you gotta leave that coke alone, man. It's 99-0. You can't win.
Nah.
Yeah, you can't win.
She sweats like a pig.
You see Bridget Nielsen?
Yeah.
Oh, she used to be a hot chick.
She's on the coke, you
She
think?
used to be a hot chick.
Probably, man. She used to
That
be
just might be time, though.
I still get her pregnant, though.
Oh.
I still beat that.
Nah.
I'll get her pregnant in a heartbeat. What? That's Bridget Nielsen. She dating Foofy.
That's over, though, because she ended up marrying the Italian dude.
She did?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
The Italian midget, they call him.
So you don't wear bags at all. I don't like wearing bags. Do you like when they tell you that you don't have to pull out? Like, I like that when they tell me that I'm on the pill and you don't have to pull out. There's something really sexy about that.
Yes. Because we old school, man. We are old school. I can't take the time out to rip a package and all. Come on, man. I'm 36 years old. My concentration got to be right there.
Yeah, but you don't want to.
It's like when you masturbate, everything got to be quiet. The pillows don't touch my arm. I don't want the pillows touching my arm. I get everything straight. I gotta set everything up. Gotta do like 6 push-ups. You know what I'm saying? Just get everything straight. Fix the tracking, the contrast on the TV.
No music playing in the background. No
Nothing.
music. Nope.
Everything got to be silent. You ever notice when you masturbate, everything sound like a car door slamming?
Well, outside distractions?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awful.
Can't do with that. I can't do. It's like when you have sex with your woman after you've been with her for like 10 years. You know, you got to concentrate and you got to focus on that dead roach in the corner. You got to focus on that ball of dirty socks.
Oh, my God.
Complete concentration.
You know what the aroma is when grown people have sex? When you ever walk by a room after like 2 grown people have sex, it smells like coffee. It smells like potato chips and pretzels. It smells like butt, testicles, Bacardi and Coke, Marlboro Lights, and Double Mint.
That's the smell of love. Dirty socks and tears.
That's what, you ever, like, my son is 19, right? Yeah. And all he does is masturbate at this point. You know, I got to get him something because he's going to go pop. He might kill me and his mother, you know, and say that the devil made him do it or something. I got to get him laid. I got to get this dude laid. But you know what his room smells like, right? Bust off in socks.
Oh,
yeah.
Really?
Oh. He's 19. I caught him. He was humping my leg the other day, man.
Well,
I had to beat him with a newspaper.
Why doesn't he have a girlfriend?
I don't know. The dude is into his academics.
Really?
He's into academics.
That kind of gets in the way sometimes.
Yeah, he's into academics. I said, oh, man.
That gets in the way,
You don't know, brother.
Gotta get off that stuff.
When I was 19, by the time I was 19, I had an empire already.
Yeah?
Yeah, I had several kids. Of which I've never claimed.
How many kids do you think you got?
Good between 12 and about 35. I told you I don't use bags, man.
Never.
We don't pull out. I think that's a real woman when she said, "No, you don't got to. Go ahead, go for it."
Well, maybe she's just looking for the Tracy Morgan money.
Well, you know, whenever I need, you know, income taxes and stuff like that.
Oh, some deductions.
You know me, man. I'm like Jim Brown, baby. I'm in the Hall of Fame. As a matter of fact, I'm doing a celebrity golf tournament.
Oh, what?
While I'm in town, yes. It's a benefit for women with C-section scars. I'm trying to raise some money for C-section scars and stretch marks.
Are you,
that's my thing.
Are you a golfer, Tracy?
No, but you know, we just put together. And one of the keynote speakers will be Al Sharpton. Benoit Benjamin will be speaking.
Sharpton is a golfer?
Benoit Benjamin.
Who's that?
Benoit Benjamin testified against Jason Williams for the Nets.
That's right.
Remember? Really? Benoit was sleeping on his couch and he testified. See, if I was Jason Williams, I would have said yes. I would have just implicated the Harlem Globetrotters. I would have kept putting the word cocaine and Globetrotters together. Because they're beloved. And I know a lot of people in that jury, in the jury box, loved them. So I would have just said yes. Yes, I admit I was doing cocaine with the Harlem Globetrotters. Yes. Yes, me and the G-Trotters was doing coke. Yes. I didn't mean to shoot nobody, but yes. Metal Lark Lemon brought 4 8 balls. Yes. Yes, Curly McNeil, yes. I was sniffing with coke with Curly. Yes, I'm sorry.
Do some tricks?
Yeah.
Distract the jury a little bit? Sure.
There's someone on the phone that has a Tracy Morgan story.
Uh-oh.
Let's go here for a second. Colin in Connecticut. Colin.
Hey, guys, what's going on?
Well, we have Tracy Morgan in studio. He's playing Caroline's all this weekend here in New York City.
Well, I was an intern at Saturday Night Live 5 years ago. And, Trey, I don't know if you remember me. My name's Colin Cosell.
Oh! What's up, Colin? That's Howard Cosell's grandson.
I've actually met him, too, I think. Yeah.
That's my dude. That's my dude.
Wait, Howard Cosell was your grandfather?
Yeah, Jimmy and I did stand-up.
Stand-up in New York together.
New York.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
What's up, bro? How you been, man?
I cannot complain, my man, but I've got the best Tracy Morgan story ever.
Shoot.
They brought in a new intern one day, and this kid was completely starstruck, and Trey's just like, yo, Colin, go and grab this kid, bring him down the hall, and tell him Trey Morgan's got something to tell him. And I was like, all right, so I grabbed this kid. I think his name was Winston. I said, Winston, Tracy Morgan wants to see you. He goes, really? And his jaw drops, and his eyes are big, and he cannot wait. Bring him into Tracy Morgan's dressing room because Trey used to let me go and smoke cigarettes in there. Thank you very much, Trey.
Right on, baby.
And sits him down, and he's got a chair right there, and he pops in this orange video cassette. Now, if you've got an orange video cassette, it's either a Disney film or a nasty-ass porn. And he pops it in, and lo and behold, there's this black dude with this 18-inch dong and this white girl dressed as a cheerleader blowing him. And this kid's fucking eyes blew out of his head. Clear out of his head.
That's right. Remember that scene?
Oh, dude, that was
just to loosen them up, right?
That'll loosen.
Real people do real things.
Oh, hell yeah, man. Go outside to smoke a blunt, and people will ask for his phone number, and he'd say, Colin, take this and walk the other way.
Mm-hmm. I gave the guy the tape, too.
Oh, man.
What a guy.
That kid was crazy, man. But
we had a good time, though.
Yeah, we did. But
the fact that this is Howard Cosell's grandson.
I haven't
totally...
That was my dude, man. Yo, we used to go to lunch together, man. He used to tell me stories about his grandfather, you know?
Yeah, how old were you when he passed away?
That was April 23rd, 95. I was 15.
So 15. So you had some time with him. I mean, you remember him.
I had a lot of time with him. No, yeah. He was around constantly.
Who has the toupee? Now, I've heard rumors that someone has the toupee.
That's impossible. I used to put the tape in for when my grandmother passed away. I used to put the tape in that thing for him.
Wow.
Yeah. No, I mean, we were very, very close.
Hey, did you ever meet Ali?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, man, you want to hear a great story? I was 6 years old, and that was the first time I met Ali. 6 years old, and I wake up to this big black man shaking me and saying, come on, little man, your grandfather wants to come have lunch with us. And I wake up, there's this gigantic black man shaking me. And I'm like, what in the fuck is going on?
6 years
That's all you know at the time.
He walks me out, and I'm shaking. I'm like, hi, Papa, who's this? Oh, you met Muhammad, I see. I'm like, yes, I did. He said, Muhammad is a good friend of mine and the greatest of all time. I was like, okay, this means nothing to me.
That is a great impression, dude.
Wow, well, he's...
Well, I grew up with him, man. I used to listen to him screaming at the television. We got him into hockey, and he used to yell John Van Beesbrook. We taught him that his nickname was Beezer. So he'd sit there going, Beezer! Beezer! I can't wait for halftime. I need to take a tinny. And you're like, what? What the thing?
Isn't that funny? This guy's just like, that's his grandfather. Everyone has their like kooky grandfather stories, but this is Howard Cosell.
Yeah. He has an impression and all that.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, they should put you on Saturday Night Live, man.
I wish they would.
Word
I
up.
could use the work, goddammit.
Right on.
Well, we got to get you in here.
I would love to go in there, man.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Well, hold on the line. We're going to get your contact info and have you in.
Oh, Jimmy's shaking his head no? What?
No, it's not.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, Jimmy doesn't want you in here.
Jimmy's like, no, that's not true.
No, I actually liked him. We met in Chan, New York. He was a nice dude, man. I liked him a lot.
And actually, my friends were so ecstatic to meet Jimmy that Jimmy was just moving into his new apartment, and I introduced my friends to him because they were big fans of Jimmy Norton. And
who isn't?
I mean, how can you not be? He's gorgeous. And they ended up having a conversation about how to hang a mirror on sheetrock.
That's right, because I was worried. I really did. I bought an apartment. They should have just lined cocks up that I could lick on the way into my door. I bought candles and little rocks and a mirror. Ugh.
Bed Bath & Beyond, Jimmy.
Oh,
Bed Bath & Beyond, right?
Oh. All right, man.
So off air, they're going to take your information and stuff.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, we'd love to have you in, Colin.
I would love to come in, Lars. I'd love to.
All right, cool. There he goes, Colin from
See
Connecticut.
you, man.
Colin, be good.
That's pretty cool.
Cedric
nice
from Tennessee wants in. Cedric.
What's happening?
What's up?
Hey, man, I just want to know if Tracy got any steaks for sale, man. I'm having a barbecue this weekend.
You talking about the Meat Man character I played, huh?
Hell yeah, man.
You know me, man. But I'll be at the barbecue, baby.
Yes, word, man. Hey, I'm going to invite your little brother, Spoonie Love, in, too, man.
You got it, man. Let me tell you something about Spoon, man. You know, Caligula invented the, he invented the orgy, right? But Spoonie invented the pop-off. You know, the jump-off, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Holla at your boy. Have a good barbecue, man.
Hey, word.
All right.
They're speaking some kind of code language
I
over
understood
that we don't quite understand.
White people,
Yeah,
we just heard
stuff.
nothing. Caligula. Huh, okay.
That's good black stuff.
Hey, how long
call it black pride.
How long have you been off SNL? You were there for a long time, man.
Yeah, I was there for 7 years, but I've been off for about 2 now.
Off for 2. Do you miss it, or you want to go back or no?
Nah, man, I'm good. I'm moving forward.
And
I'm out of daddy's house.
The last 2 or 3 years, you just blew up. Like for a while,
my show got canceled, man. I went out to L.A.
No, but I mean the last couple of years of Saturday Night Live, you just blew up.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm like, all that talent was just sitting there for all those years, and then finally they used you.
Yeah, it took them about 4 years.
It was unbelievable.
Like Steaming Willie Beeman from Any Given Sunday.
Like, where was Brian Kello?
Where was Brian Kello? You had some unbelievable characters the last couple of years there, and I'm thinking at home, all this was in them, and they're not using them.
They
didn't use them for many years.
I don't think Lauren, and I'm sure you love Lauren, but I personally don't think he uses black talent very well, to be honest with you. And I've heard that complaint from other performers. It was like, Murphy blew up when, I think Ebersol was.
Yeah, Ebersol was there. But, I never looked at it like a color thing. Excuse me. I never looked at it like a color thing. I just take time for people to know your voice and the writers to get to know your voice. And I'm from a different world anyway, so I just leaned back for the first couple of years. I played my cards right, let them cast me and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Let them put the lipstick on me and the dresses on me and all of that. And cut my balls off, and all of that stuff. And you know what I'm saying? But then after a while, then all the heavy hitters started breaking out. So I just said, I stepped up. I stepped right in there.
Yeah.
And I'm glad it happened like that because, then I got my own TV show, which got canceled after 22 episodes.
What happened?
You did 22, though.
I don't know. You would have to ask NBC. I got 22, but when I went out to L.A., my vagina was nice and pretty. Now I look like a orangutan back there. The big pink orangutan cootie cat. I got the big baboon cootie cat now.
Red and sore.
I mean, it was nice and pretty when I got out there,
I saw you on Sharon Osbourne's show cooking, what were you cooking, like little beans and franks? It was really funny, man.
Pork and beans and franks with grape Kool-Aid.
It was really funny.
That's a ghetto delicacy, man. That's a ghetto delicacy. It's called Franks and bean casserole with grape Kool-Aid.
Grape Kool-Aid, of course.
With a little slice of lemon in it. And I got to cook a sweet potato pie because when you get these TV shows, you do a lot of press.
Yeah.
I mean, you amp up. I mean, NBC pulled out all the stops. I was the next Cosby show and all of that stuff. So I got to cook a sweet potato pie with Bo Jackson and everything.
Really?
I'm on the anti-doping committee for comedians.
I didn't know.
So if you're smoking marijuana before you said, I'm going to see you out there. You're going to be tested in these clubs. Who's going to be the surprise witness in this Michael Jackson case, right? It's going to be Bubbles.
I know. They're very distracting, aren't they? What are you guys doing?
The chimp.
Just
you
leave
think
all
he
that shit alone right now.
The chimp going to pull his zipper down. It's going to be Jim Brewer. It's going to be Jim Brewer in the jumpsuit.
He's a psycho.
You're gonna see Michael Jackson. The bailiff is gonna walk Bubbles down the aisle, and Bubbles is gonna glimpse at Mike. Mike gonna turn the defense table over and say, "You banana eating chimpanzee witness protection program. You be eating bananas in Alaska after I'm done with you."
What do you think of Mike?
And Bubbles gonna say, "No, I seen it all, Your Honor. I seen it all. Yes, he touched one of them boys over there by the teacups."
Did you when your show went
one of them little boys by the giraffe enclosement.
You went for a year on the show. Did it not? I actually didn't see it.
That's great.
Did they write stuff that you didn't like, or were you happy with the final product and it just didn't get ratings? I didn't.
Of course, I was a black dude, but what I'm gonna say?
What they wrote stuff that you thought was like
the slaves ain't want to pick cotton either. But you had to do.
Slaves could make $30,000 a week.
I bet you the slaves were smoking weed. They used to stop in the middle of pick and go, "You see all this cotton we got to pick? Get high, man. We can't pick all this cotton sober."
Smells good.
You're liking that Egg McMuffin there, huh?
That's a sausage McMuffin.
Sausage?
So much for no carbs. It smells really good, though.
One bite?
No, thanks, man.
Wait, someone is saying that you had the funniest line ever on SNL.
What?
Scott in Chicago.
If it's about Britney?
Hey.
I
think Tracy delivered the funniest line in the history of Saturday Night Live.
I love you. God bless your soul.
When you did Astronaut Jones, and she was the alien asking for help to save her planet.
I said, why don't you turn around and show me that big fat ass?
Big fat ass.
Remember the whole sketch? I was like, yeah, right.
I did not stop. What was that like? Was she pissed about that? Or?
Oh, nah, they loved it, baby. They loved it.
Didn't you improv that? That wasn't the original line. You added to that line.
Yeah, I did a lot. I used to do that all the time.
And Brittany didn't have a problem with that?
Nah, I tongue kissed Brittany about 6-7 times.
Oh,
that whole week. Because I was doing, but that wasn't that. When I used to do Woodrow, which was the guy that lived in the sewer. He got the girls, but, you know, I got to kiss them. I kissed Lucy Liu, and I would, like, try to put my tongue in their mouth. Like, at the time she was dating Justin, he was standing right there, and I dared him to say something. You know the reason why Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston broke up, right? Me.
You?
Stop calling the house, Brad. Leave it alone, okay? It's over. Stop calling the house. She's pregnant by me. Leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Walk away, Brad.
Would you smell her ass, Jennifer Aniston?
Come on, man. Jennifer Aniston could fart in my mouth. I'm a freak, baby. I'm a freak.
He's old school filthy. I love Tracy.
Freak. I'm a weedy bing bong freak. Come over here and fart in my mouth.
Oh, that's great.
Get over here. Her J-Lo at the same time. Poop right in my mouth. I'm with it. I'm a weedy bing bong freak.
What do you think about Britney being pregnant there, Tracy?
That's my child.
Really? That's going to be...
It's going to come out. Everything going to come out. All the facts going to come out.
That's going to be a surprise.
That body's getting ruined, though.
Nah, that's the way I like it.
Yeah?
What,
stretch marks and all that. It's the mark of womanhood. I like cellulite. Any woman that go against cellulite is going against womanhood. That's all about. Hey, that got to be jelly, because jam don't shake like that.
You like a woman after she's had a kid or two?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I don't like nothing new.
No?
But my money. I want a woman that been through the fire. Through the fire.
Really?
Through the lemon, through the love.
You don't like them all nice and tight?
Hey, listen, I'm not a scorer. I'm a rebounder. If you're coming out of a bad relation, come see me. I'm at Caroline's. Come see me. I take kids, stepkids, all of that. Foster kids. Come see me. If you getting Social Security checks for one of them kids, give me half. I'll take care of your life.
Wow, you don't see many guys like that.
Yes, I'm a rebounder. I dive over the scorers table for a rebound. Bad relationships, I'm with it.
We should play.
And it's a bonus if you got crust on the back of your feet.
Oh God!
With that little black welfare toenail at the end.
That is really nasty, man. See the women wearing the sandals or something in the store? They're shuffling along, and there's just that big calloused, crusty thing on the back of their heel. You like that?
That's sexy.
It's like yellowish, white.
You ain't made love until you had a woman that's in a vegetated state or something. I don't like resistance, man. I like to get straight to the point.
Like a Terry Schiavo kind of...
When you're fucking, the arms just flop over the side of the bed and don't move.
You know, that's when them legs be dangling over your shoulders and stuff like that. I had this one chick that was, one crippled chick. That was my thing.
Really?
Hey, man, it's sexy. It's a sexy thing when you sneak up into ICU.
Yeah?
And have sex with a woman with IVs hanging out her arm.
That's sexy.
Yeah. You know what they say? Sometimes white guys like to drive around and find black prostitutes and break their arm.
Really?
Sadistic white dudes from the suburbs.
Break the arm?
Break that arm. When they get having oral sex, they just break that arm. Some white guys get off on that.
I never heard that.
Yeah, I've never heard that in my life.
You never seen a prostitute with a cast on?
I've seen some prostitutes with their cast.
John broke her arm.
That's because a white guy?
John broke her arm.
I always assumed it was the pimp or something.
No, the pimp don't care. He sent her to the hospital to get that cast on. Then all the other chicks on the strip sign her cast. You ever seen a baby with a cast on? That's dark, right? I love dark.
That's pretty sad.
Dark.
You always assume it was something bad.
I was the one that told Luke Skywalker, F Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Really?
We're going to hang out with the Emperor and Darth Vader. That's where the party's at. We're going to the Death Star. I booed Star Wars.
Why?
Because Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah?
Damn, man, the Force be with you. Come on, man. Emperor, Darth Vader. You seen that suit? You seen Obi-Wan Kenobi's suit? Did you see Darth Vader's suit? Darth Vader got fashion sense. Puffy redid that. Sean John made that Darth Vader suit. You know Papa Smurf was a bad drinker?
Wow.
He has 2 domestic violence charges for putting his hands on Smurfette. He drove a Cutlass Sierra.
You can change directions.
He's all over the road today.
He knocked down 2 or 3 mushrooms over in Smurfville trying to park that car one night.
You know we got to play for Tracy?
Do you know Batman and Robin really didn't get along? Unbeknownst. Because Robin smokes Marlboro Lights and he burnt a hole in the back seat in the passenger side. And Batman begged him. First of all, there was a lot of resentment there because Robin didn't never have a belt.
He didn't have a utility belt?
He hated Commissioner Gordon. He thought Commissioner Gordon was a jerk. This is what Robin, he said he's a jerk.
Yeah.
He keeps putting the bat signal in the air. How you think they're joking them know we coming? Why don't you just use the phone? That's why Verizon installed them.
He had a big cock, by the way, Robin.
Yeah.
Legendarily big cock. He had to wear 2 little things to keep it from bulging out.
Oh, really?
Come on. It's like Janet Jackson. You know, one titty popping out? Come on, that's comedy. Mm-hmm. If both would have popped out, we would have been like, oh, that's sexy. But one is like, oh, blue titty popped out. That was for me. I mean, America went crazy. But that was just like 2 black chicks having a fight. You know, whoever titty pop out, that's the winner. She went for hers. She went for hers.
Cash up, niggas. All my niggas in the P now, right now. Bubby, Hoggy, Bubby, Shoot. We doing it out here, niggas. We about to take all the millions. You hear me?
All I got to say to XM satellite is
suck my dick, cause they ain't give me no money.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
XM Radio, cash up, all day, everything.
Get that bitch, nigga. Stop pushing me. Fuck you, bitch.
XM 202. The Opie and Anthony Show.
We're going to squeeze in one more bit here, Anthony. Dee Dee. We love Dee Dee.
Dee Dee, who thought the first time we had Dee Dee on the show that she was such a freak? Did you know? Didn't she come across as a very wholesome, very withdrawn kind of girl? She's very shy. We were wrong. She's got stories that rival sailors. She talks about this time she was so fucked up.
No, that's the beauty of what they wrote on this one, too. Dee Dee, crazy stories. The boys dig deeper with Dee Dee and find out that the used to be a big druggie who once got so fucked, she woke up in Vegas married and didn't even remember. How do you get so fucked that you go that far west? Was the guy just jamming at home and they were moving across America like 6 inches at a time?
Yeah.
To the point she got so fucked that she ended up in Vegas?
He fucked her all the way to Vegas?
That's what I'm saying.
Is that what they're saying?
Well, that's
here?
what it says. The boys dig deeper with Dee Dee and find out, I'll fix the typo here, Anthony, find out that she used to be a big druggie who once got so fucked she woke up in Vegas married and didn't even remember.
That's fucked.
That means she was on her back all the way from Washington to Vegas.
To Vegas.
6 inches at a time. She decided to stay with the guy anyway to see if it would work out.
Right.
Here it is on the worst of Opie and Anthony.
It's the worst of Opie and Anthony.
In studio, we have Dee Dee.
Hello.
Hey, Dee Dee. Dee Dee's back. Now, you were telling some kind of crazy story in the other room, and everyone's like, you got to hear the story.
Well, way back when, about 11 and a half years ago or so, I was living in L.A. at the time, and I used to go to Vegas a lot. So I took a trip to Vegas one weekend, woke up one morning to find out that I was married to a British guy. It kind of came out of an alcoholic drug state of mind.
Wow.
I know. I look over and he's like, so how does it feel to be married? And I guess the day before, I was at the courthouse, ended up married, had no clue. And my fucked up mind at the time thought, well, he's cute, he has an accent, he's from England, this could work. So we went back to L.A., he had a lot of money on him, cash in the house, and he was leaving for a ski trip. He told me to keep the money safe. So he left, and I didn't feel safe with it in the house, so, take it to the savings account, right? So I'm at the bank. The bank teller's like, wait a minute. Next thing I know, I'm dealing with the Secret Service. It was counterfeit money. And then, needless to say, he's back in England, so.
Wow.
But you know what? I'm thankful, I'm grateful to the Secret Service, too, because he's like, you got to get your shit together, else you're going to end up dead. So I haven't had a mind-altering substance for 11 years.
Ooh, good.
Wow.
All right, wait a minute. There's so much to this story.
Yeah. I'm glad you laid it out there, but now we got to dig in a little bit.
Just a bit.
Vegas, all right.
Yeah.
You're in Vegas for what? You're just there?
Just there to hang out.
Now, you weren't
fun.
with this guy?
No.
So you met the guy in Vegas.
I guess so. I was in,
you don't even remember meeting this guy?
Have you ever been in an alcoholic blackout? Well, you don't recall anything. It's like a part of your life that never comes
Steve, put
back.
your hand down.
Yeah.
Jeez, Steve's all like, yeah, me, I have.
Ben's saying nobody's in one now.
No, so I don't recall. I don't even remember being at the courthouse.
Well, let me ask you, so wait, I'm not to interrupt you, but you could have actually said something like something party rocks, and you wouldn't even remember.
I could be having a conversation right now, and I would never remember. Yeah.
So you were in Vegas. You're getting a little drunk.
You went there just for the weekend to gamble and stuff?
Among other things. What kind of drug was your drug of choice back then?
Crystal meth, stuff like that.
Crystal meth?
Yeah. L.A., Coke. California.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Coke doesn't really get you where you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, but crystal meth was cheaper then, so...
Crystal meth. Even that, though, kind of gets you alert. It doesn't... You must have been really drunk. What were you drinking?
When I used to drink gin and tonics.
Gin and tonics. Wow. And
Midori.
Would people consider you a lightweight or a heavy drinker?
See, I was a functioning alcoholic.
Yeah.
Where I could go through the week fine, but I black out when I drink, so I'm an alcoholic.
You don't have to explain it. We know. So we know all about functioning alcoholics.
So you completely black out where you're walking around, you're talking, you're doing things,
and then functioning,
but you have no clue what you're doing.
Exactly.
And you wake up the next day.
I get married, and
So you were did the English guy ever tell you how you met, or?
Yeah, at the roulette table at Circus.
So you must have been drunk and playing roulette, and he walked over, and did he fill you in? It was sometime in the afternoon, around, I don't know, maybe 1, 2 in the afternoon. In the afternoon, and you're smashed to the point of not remembering anything.
Right. It was Las Vegas.
Wow.
Of course.
DD, party rock.
Party rock.
Wow. So you apparently this guy comes over and starts talking to you, and... Wow, you sound like in those states of mind you may have been a bit promiscuous.
I guess so.
I guess so.
He was in my bed, and I was married to him. So yeah.
Well, now, did you do anything before you got married? Did you have sex with him, as far as you know, and then get married, or did you say I'm not doing this unless I'm married?
I don't know. I was blacked out.
Still to this day, he never filled you in on.
Well,
on a timeline? Didn't you say, hey, hubby, could you tell me how this...
Well, he just said, we met and we had some fun, and I'm like, let's get married. I'm like, okay.
So, yeah, you met, had some fun.
Did you really get married, though?
Yes, I'll bring in I'll make a copy of the marriage certificate.
Obviously, it's been annulled, I mean.
Well, obviously you can't if you did the deed, so no.
Wait, you can't annul it even if you did it in a passed-out, drunken stupor?
Because in my fucked-up mind, this was going to work. He was my man.
So instead of getting it annulled, you figured, let's make this work.
Right, I was so fucked up on drugs. I thought
because it was based on something so pure and honest and loving.
Yeah, he's cute. He has an accent. He's from England. This could work.
That's all you need, really.
Yeah.
Who did he look like, as far as maybe somebody that we know, celebrity-wise? Anyone, even close?
Probably looked like Captain Morgan.
No.
Wearing a pirate suit.
Right. I don't know. God, I'm trying to think. Who would he match up with?
No,
so you go back to LA. How long did you live with him?
A few months.
A few months?
Yeah.
Wow, she really.
So you were banging this guy, huh? When you got back to LA?
Hello, here's my husband. Yeah.
Was he any good? He's English.
My husband.
Wow. Oh my God. He was English though. Was he any good in this act?
Well, yeah. See, I have a thing for accents.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Wow, how about that?
This chick is just amazing.
You're amazing. So
you
now
really are.
You're married, and he had a house in L.A.? Or?
I had the place.
You had the place.
He was from England, so he had nothing.
Wait, he had nothing?
He had counterfeit money.
He had counterfeit American cash. So you take him back to England. You didn't ask him where he was staying when he was in the U.S.? Or
no.
How long was he in the U.S. before?
When you're on drugs, you don't care.
Wait, you don't even know how long your husband for a few months was in? You never sat down with him and said, hey, how long have you been in America?
No, you don't understand.
Where did you live before you married me?
I don't know. I was so fucked up. I didn't care at that time. You don't understand. That was a different time in my life. I was really fucked up.
Amazing.
I didn't care about a lot of shit.
I am amazed at this. So he moves into your place.
She's going to give Jim Norton a run for his money.
I know.
The deeper we delve into this chick.
You are a freak. So he moves into your house.
Yes.
Were you? I know you were all fucked up, but were you troubled by anything? The fact that maybe he didn't work, or
he had money.
He had money.
I didn't know it was counterfeit, but I guess he was involved with things I didn't know.
How much money did he have?
It was a lot.
How much? How much did you take to the bank with you?
Oh, well, I took like $10,000 in cash.
Uh huh.
Put it in a savings account?
But he had a lot more than that?
But it would be safer there in the savings account. That was my mentality back then because I was on drugs.
So all of a sudden he's like, I'm going...
He should have said, I'm going on a ski trip. Keep this money safe. By the way, it's counterfeit. He left that out.
So he went on a ski trip?
Yes.
All right, and he had a bag of dough there.
Yeah.
Why didn't you go with him?
Because I was working.
Oh. What were you doing at the time?
I was working on a show called The Mo Show. Mo Gaffney, she's a comedian actress.
Yeah.
And she had a talk show at the time.
Oh, okay.
All right, so...
Wow.
So he goes on a ski trip, and there's... How much money was in the house, you think?
10 grand.
Oh, it was just 10
grand.
Well, what I brought to the make was about 10 grand.
But how much
total counterfeit money did he have?
I don't know. He had a lot.
Was it...
There was something going on.
Hundreds of thousands or million or...
There was a lot.
But how much?
Over 100,000?
I don't know. There was a lot, though. He was living...
It's a lot.
Comfortable.
Was he printing it in the States? Or was
I don't know.
Distributing or printing...
You didn't see
I didn't know anything about
Secret Service never told you how far into it this guy was?
No, the Secret Service dude was like, obviously he had no clue that it was counterfeit because why would you bring it to the bank?
Yeah,
it was really cool.
Kind of a dopey move for somebody that knew it was counterfeit. I'm going to get interest on this.
And he's like, well, he knew I was fucked up.
Yeah.
He could see it.
Sure.
So he's like, you got to get your shit together or else you're going to end up dead. And then I got my shit together.
Right
and
after
I'm not
that?
dead. I'm here.
Right after that, you got your shit together?
Well, it took about a month, and then, and then I was at home crying one night, because I knew I had a problem, and I called 411 and got the number for a 12-step program.
You did?
So, yeah.
And it all worked out for you?
And the female Stuart Smalley, yeah.
Wow.
So was this guy in jail overseas or anything?
He had to go back, so.
Deported?
Yeah.
But that's all that happens to you if you're caught with counterfeit money?
He was in a little bit of trouble, but he just went back. He couldn't come back here.
Jumped.
Do you miss him?
No.
They probably won't extradite you for something like that, will they, from England? Like send you back to face trial here?
No, they didn't do it. He I don't know who he knows, but he had to go back.
Wow.
You were hanging with James Bond, I think.
James Bond.
Yeah, so he was,
That's a great story.
My past, this is the now.
That is your past, isn't it? Wow.
Yeah.
And you have pictures, a wedding picture and stuff?
I'll bring in a picture.
I got it.
Not a wedding picture, but of him.
No, a picture of him?
Yeah.
God, your story continues for the Opie and Anthony program. Next time we run into you, we got to see the wedding photos.
Got to see the picture.
All right. Well, are you ready for the news?
Sure, I don't have to do that, but...
People are asking, did you ever tell these stories on XM Kids?
No!
When you were broadcasting. Hey, kids!
No, because I was a good kid show host.
I was in a drunken stupor.
Let me tell you,
pretty roulette wheel.
Let me tell you the time cricket muled heroin through Colombia.
Oh, no.
I feel better about myself because I really thought we were responsible for you losing your XM Kids gig, but now I see that you have such a shitty past that it's just a matter of time.
Just a matter of time before they caught on.
Right. Just helping John Malkovich stockpile cash so we can murder the president.
Yeah, I thought she was sweet and innocent, and we brought her down this road. She's been on this road for years.
And I'll tell you about my threesome with Pat O'Brien.
Oh, great. Good.
Her book is it's called Puppets, Coke, and British Cock.
British Cock.
And now we know where that came from, too. Down the mirror. What are you laughing at? I'm not laughing.
What a
yeah, my
story.
mom knows that I was married, so.
She knows the reasons why, because of your drug use.
Yeah, and then I went back home to the Joliet for help. So.
Yeah, and that's where you kind of dried out. Went back home.
Dried out, yeah.
To dry out. Wow, and you haven't drank or anything?
For celebrated March 10th was my anniversary. March 10th, 1994.
We got to get her drunk one day.
No.
Do you ever have the urge?
No, in first few years, yeah, but now no.
First few years? Wow. Yeah, there's got to be other things that have happened to you during these blackouts where you woke up and went, "Oh my God, what am I doing?"
How about we save it for the next hour?
Oh, come on! I got it. The face she's making is like, "Uh-oh, there's a basketball team involved."
Did you ever come out of it naked and go, "Wait, you're not white"? Hey, neither are you.
All right, you want to hear another one?
I definitely want to hear a blackout story.
Yeah, give us one more blackout story.
I was working in Philly at the time.
She goes right
into it. Bam. Bam.
She's doing them alphabetically.
I was working at Philly one time at Eagle 106 back in the day, and friends of mine were working in New Orleans, and they're like, "Oh, it'd be great to see you." I'm like, "Yeah, you too." And the next thing I know, I don't remember booking the flight, getting on the plane, but I'm in New Orleans, and the reason why I knew I was there was because all of a sudden I hear a knock on the door, and I'm like, where am I? Obviously, I had to use the bathroom. I'm in a gas station in New Orleans, and that's how I found out I was in New Orleans. I'm like, how long have I been here?
So you're just in a gas station, someone knocking on the door because they got to take a leak.
The bathroom, yeah.
And that's when you came out of your blackout, and you looked around and went, where am I?
Yeah.
And what did you walk out and go, where am I?
Pretty much to the guy.
How did you find out you were actually in New Orleans?
He told me, the gas station attendant.
That is a good buzz.
And then I called my friend, and I'm like, I'm here. And she was like, yeah, I know, but we lost you on Bourbon Street or whatever.
Oh, wow.
So.
Holy Jesus.
She's just like quantum leaping all over the country.
Yeah, all of a sudden you just
stupor.
wake up. That's got to be something. I've never blacked out. I've never.
Well, you're not an alcoholic.
I've passed out. Like I've been maybe feeling sick, and you go into the bathroom after a night of all tequila or something like that, and then you wake up with the tile floor impression on your face. And you're like, wow, I passed out here in the bathroom. But you know that you were in the bathroom getting sick and everything like that. But the thought of like hours going by, plane trips, different cities, Bourbon Street, and then you just snap out of it in a bathroom in a gas station. Wow.
Yeah.
You're getting your money's worth out of that booze.
Well,
I feel cheated.
It was a hurricane.
She's perfect.
Oh, a hurricane. Those are great.
Those are strong, I guess.
She's perfect for this radio show.
We call it the Ben's hair.
We found another misfit.
Yep.
Sorry.
No, don't be sorry. Be proud.
It's the worst of Opie and Anthony.
Anthony, you just reminded me of something. It's a quickie.
All right.
A quick hi, Mom.
Which one is that?
Hi, Mom. I got fired from work for masturbating.
Right. Yeah.
Listen to this.
Hey, Chad.
Hey, what's up?
I hear you want to play Hi, Mom. I got fired for masturbating.
Yes, I do.
Is she going to buy this?
My mom's really gullible.
All right, relax.
What?
Jim's pointing at me. Is that your voice?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, God.
I started radio when I was 12.
Yeah, listen to that.
Hey, Chad. Hey, we got your mom on the phone.
That was very hurtful, Jim.
Well, I just didn't sound like you. I couldn't believe that was you.
You weren't sure, and you're pointing at me. Is that your voice? I'm like, yeah, it's my voice.
Hey, we're the only station that really rocks. You're listening to Opie and Anthony show.
The Ethel Merman and Anthony show.
Things are swell. We got your mom on the phone.
Well, I don't know. I think when we used to record stuff back then, like it recorded just slightly fast.
Is that it?
Because there's a lot of old stuff that just sound sped up a bit.
Oh, high voice.
Yeah, a little bit.
Hey, Chad.
Hey, what's up?
I hear you want to play Hi, Mom. I got fired for masturbating.
Yes, I do.
Is she going to buy this?
My mom's really gullible.
Hold on the line. It's ringing, bro. Good luck.
Hello?
What's the problem now?
It's ringing, bro. Good luck. It's ringing, bro. Good luck. Good luck.
All right. All right.
Yeah. Autumn turns to winter, and then winter turns to spring. It's not just seasons, you know it goes for everything.
Where's Opie's part?
Clouds can turn to rain.
Is that him?
Yeah,
No.
Just might snow. You gotta take a lesson from Mother Nature, and if you do, you'll know.
When it's time to change, then it's time to change.
Got your mom on the phone.
I come along for the ride, don't you see? When it's time to change,
All right.
to rearrange who you are and what you're gonna be. Sha-na-na-na-na-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na-na-na. Day by day it's hard to see the changes you've been through. A little bit of learning, a little bit of growing, all adds up to you.
When Dad tries to touch you.
A girl's a woman too. And if you wanna reach your destiny, here's what you've got to do.
Dad has AIDS, you know. Dad has AIDS.
Oh, it's time to change your last name because you're embarrassed. to change your
melanoma.
Open sores on my face. Sitting in court with $10 my lawyer. Marches in my name.
In the dumper. When it's time to change your diaper because you don't have control of your faculties.
Sha-na-na-na-na-na, make a quilt. Sha-na-na-na-na-na.
Autumn turns to winter, you'll be dead by spring.
Easier to bury you in summer because the ground isn't frozen. Oh, it's time to change.
You're the worst at rhyming.
I wasn't supposed to rhyme.
I know.
Time to change that coffin order for a skinnier one.
Got to rearrange those flowers. No more tulips, because that's what got him in trouble. It's time to rearrange.
That's horrible. Horribly funny.
Sha-na-na.
Anyway.
Your dad's a fag. No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
Oh. Where's my ACT? Oh, very good.
Yeah, well, where were we?
Opie's high voice.
Oh, yeah.
That's where we were.
That's where we were, huh?
No, 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 no.
So it's, hi, Mom, I got fired from work for masturbating.
Hi, Mom, Dad's losing weight.
Hi, Mom, Dad had to punch another hole in the old belt again.
This was supposed to be just a quick little goofy bit.
Certainly was.
You don't understand. There's nothing on this show that can't turn into a 10-minute Robert Reed's AIDS joke. Nothing. We could segue into Robert Reed's bloodstream from anywhere in the country.
Well.
Yeah.
Time to change when white blood cells are getting the shit kicked out of them. When your body attacks itself. No, 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 no.
Oh. We'll tell friends it's pneumonia instead of having AIDS.
It's time to fuck. I had a decent one, too. It's time to change. Oh, God, we're so ashamed.
Oh. All right.
You guys gotta wake the fuck up. Hey, kids, it's Opie and Anthony's Funhouse.
Hold on tight, kids.
Strap in, kids. Starring Opie.
He is handsome.
Anthony.
He's got a huge hog.
And Lil Jimmy Norton.
What a faggot.
What a dick.
We're gonna have all kinds of fun today, kids. Tell them, Opie.
Girls having their hoo-has being blown up by firecrackers. Take a hatchet to a girl's skull. Girls getting punched. Girls getting run over by buses.
We're going to have some yummy treats, too.
Angel dust.
Acid.
LSD. Cocaine.
Pot.
PCP.
Heroin.
Crack.
Today, we're going to learn all about
a whale's vagina.
And a special surprise for one lucky audience member.
Oh, yuck! It's a doggy poo.
So come aboard, kids.
Put on your laughing hats and teabag your relatives.
It's Opie and Anthony's Funhouse.
You fucking puppet.
Isn't that lovely?
XM202. The Opie and Anthony Show.
Hope you guys are enjoying the worst of Opie and Anthony. We're going to have another live show tomorrow morning. We took a long weekend here.
To relax and enjoy our lives. Am I right or wrong?
Right. We had to recharge the batteries, as they say.
Good point.
Do we actually have batteries, though, that need recharging?
No.
Where did that term come from?
I think so.
That saying?
It was probably taken after batteries were invented, and somebody compared themselves to the appliance and said, when I recharge the batteries, the appliance works better.
Well, it works a little better.
My body is kind of like a battery if I recharge it.
Yeah, we're a little like the appliant.
Did I say that?
Yes. You said appliant.
Appliant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Daniel's nodding. Yes.
Anyway, Patrice, friend of the show, was in with Vinny, a friend of the show who owns the Stress Factory down there in New Brunswick.
Vinny Brand.
And Patrice and Vinny just went at it. Why? They came into the studio kind of having a little tension there.
It's a really weird psychological thing. Patrice is an abrasive asshole, and Vinny loves confrontation. That's who they are, and they actually like each other. But Patrice doesn't get along well with almost anybody. And Vinny, I once saw bite a man's finger, because Vinny is a psychopath. You wouldn't know it, but he is a psychopath.
Really?
Loves confrontation.
So this is like trying to mix vinegar and that other thing.
Whatever makes a douche. That's exactly what those two are. Vinegar and a thing with a nozzle. That's what you have with those two.
Another stupid saying. It's like trying to mix vinegar and oil.
Trying to mix oil and water.
I bet you it's never going to mix. Ugh.
Oil and water don't mix. Unless, of course, in a minivan that's going backwards into a lake. Then oil and water do mix, along with tears and wispy blonde hairs.
All right, listen.
We're going
Jesus.
backwards. Hey, we're going backwards.
Patrice and Vinny go at it on the worst of Opie and Anthony.
Say, Jim, nice wheel.
The worst of Opie and Anthony.
Is this some sexual reference?
I mean, you're a celebrity, Norty.
Over there, bro.
Vinny, over there. We're back with the Opie and Anthony program. In studio, Patrice O'Neill.
Good morning.
A very, very funny guy.
Good morning.
Who's playing the Stress Factory all this weekend.
Tonight, tomorrow. 732-545 ha-ha. H-A-H-A.
And the owner of the club is in studio, Vinny.
Yes, Vinny Brand, also a comic and a good friend.
Very funny guy in his own right, yes. And he was making fun of Patrice O'Neill, basically saying, Patrice, say something because you're not selling tickets.
Mm-hmm. That's what you get. I can't figure out how to be a celebrity.
Do you know how awful I was? I went on sale at the Borgata. Do you understand that, like, an hour and a half later, there was still 40 tickets left? I'm like, what do I have
to do? You dick. It's a shame. I've been on... Look, if this was the 80s, somebody would know me.
No one would know you. Not even in the 80s.
Oh, look at that awful haircut Vinny has.
Oh, please. They can't see that on the radio.
Yes, they can. They can feel my pain watching that stupid bowl cut. Frankenstein head. Oh, Vinny. That really is a prank phone call kind of head.
Oh, it's a prank call, Mike. Leave me alone with the fucking phone call. Without the phone call, your show sucks.
That's the owner of the club telling the headliner he stinks.
He stinks.
Wow, way to sell the show this week.
Here's the part that bothers me. Patrice is definitely funny. Nobody fucking cares or knows. Whatever he's doing, it doesn't fucking help.
I don't get it. I do not get it. I'm trying to figure it out.
Tomorrow's sold out. We have a Sweet 16 party coming in, 150 people.
Great.
Are you serious?
They'll never come to the club
So you can
again.
get sued.
Oh, is that the wrong crowd for him?
I'm only kidding. I wouldn't let him come in. I would not let him come in. There's young girls in that party.
Well, there you go.
Patrice is not a nice person.
This is best of both worlds. Vinny's a comic and a club owner. This is beautiful. Patrice has an inside track on all the hackness.
Patrice has been on a self-destruction mode lately with the clubs, too. I love it. Just chasing people out.
2 weeks ago.
I love it.
2 weeks ago at the comic strip, I'm on the show. I swear to God, a girl left the fucking club crying. Not just crying. She was boo-hooing. She was running out. And her boyfriend walking out with no balls whatsoever. You walked how many people that night?
1, 2.
No,
her.
No, 4.
All right.
There were 6 people in the audience.
Go into comic mode when we were at the comedy clubs doing comedy. No comic counts that. Just for that, I'm going to walk the 30 people that's going to show up this weekend.
And it's not a matter of not being funny. It's just that they are offended and upset. It's not that the jokes aren't good. It's that he's just a cocksucker and nobody likes him.
No, that's true.
The people that stay have a great time.
I told you I was in the hospital. There was a candlelight visual for my death. They was praying for my death outside.
Oh, believe me, as soon as he woke up, people were like, "Fuck."
Fat motherfucker, prayer ain't shit.
You know how many comedy cellar comics are going, come on.
Taking bets on my death.
No, not me. I'm just paying
Why do you and your friends hate me so much, Vinny?
I don't hate you as much as you think, but I am paying you with a check this weekend in case you drop on Monday.
And you know what's making me mad? He tried that out on me.
Really?
You try material out on me, and then you never said it?
There's two fucking things I want. Number one, if you drop on Monday, that wouldn't be terrible, and I'd like that little recorder, that little fucking Sony recorder. I'd like that to be mine.
And the funny thing is, I heard it last night when I was there. He said it again. He certainly did.
But I need a baseball bat to the back of your head.
Come prepared.
See, that's a Tough Crowd reference. Him and his smarmy friends all used to say I never was prepared for Tough Crowd.
What is Anthony Clark doing outside the studio?
Who is that guy?
I don't know.
It's a little scary.
Well, Patrice was in the hospital.
That's right.
You all good now?
Yeah, I mean,
taking care of yourself?
Yeah.
All right.
No, you're not. You're not. You're going to eat like a fucking pig. You have no control.
No, I'm not.
Wow. You have no fucking control.
Really, I'll tell you how I'm going to live. Not eating that awful food at your goddamn place.
Right or wrong. That's fucking wrong.
Why don't you have the guy pick the fries up off the floor again, Vinny? With his fingers. Look at his face trying to laugh, but he's like, come on, dude, don't mess up my fry business. Jackass. 100% pure olive oil. Yeah, you
Let me tell you, I'll be feeding you fries and wings and all kinds of fattening shit.
That's right.
I write that check. Have a fucking order to go.
Take this. What is it? It's just grease. Go ahead. It's fine. It's fucking melted lard with a straw.
Apply that to your heart and go to sleep.
This is just awful. He's just not selling tickets for you, huh, Vinny?
No, well, tomorrow's good. Tonight will be good. He'll sell tickets tonight. Black people don't reserve in advance. They don't fucking plan.
And I'm the only one of 1.5 black people Vinny has in the club.
That's not true. I use Wally Collins, too.
That's exactly 1.5. 1.5 black guys a year. Jesus, Vinny.
No, that's not true. I use a lot of black comics.
Okay,
Vinny's got a great club. I like Vinny's club.
And the food's good. Is it not good, Opie?
There's a payphone on the wall. What are you going to do?
So
that fucking phone really rocks you. That really upsets you. You can't follow a goddamn prank phone call.
Stupid. I don't have to. The middle has to, and I feel bad for him.
Vinny MC's at his own club, and he does a prank call before he leaves the stage.
Hello. Yes, Mrs. R. Mrs. R. This is Johnny this is the police. How many police are in New Brunswick? Every day he's a cop. I'm a policeman. Speaking of mumbling.
Anthony's back in studio. and Vinny show. Thank you.
That's Vinny from the Stress Factory.
Vinny Brand.
Hey, how you doing?
You didn't recognize me?
No. Look at Anthony trying to care. He really wants you out of his seat. Vinny, sit in your own chair.
No, Vinny, get out of Anthony's seat. Who told you to sit there?
We did put you out there on purpose.
You want your chair back? I'll fucking move. I have to.
Anthony doesn't know what to do with himself when someone's sitting in his seat.
Look at Anthony and his fresh new gums.
Mary Jane Rotten Teeth.
Oh, my God.
You feel better?
That's amazing.
Oh, man.
How numb are you?
Picture.
Ooh, that doesn't look
nice
good.
and white, though.
Which one's the bad one? Both?
The second one down.
Yeah, there's this one.
That's the bad
one? Yeah. Right down there at the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
He's emailing me this.
He missed a nerve. How can he miss a nerve?
Is that did he leave it in on purpose, or is that like a mistake? The dentist fucked up.
My old dentist must have been a... This is going to be really fun to talk like this.
He can't feel his bottom jaw. Look at him.
My first dentist was a hack, I guess.
Really?
This guy's good.
Is he?
Oh, yeah.
How can you tell that this thing...
well... I was in pain. I'm not.
You're not right.
I went to him.
He's
the best.
The pain's gone. He's great.
How can you tell that this right here is something? So it looks just like a shadow.
He knew.
He knows, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Training.
How numb are you?
He's a doctor.
Your throat?
No, like the whole right side of my bottom jaw up to, the back of the jaw. Not the throat, though.
Man.
Now I got to go for root canal right after the show.
But wasn't that a root canal?
Door.
Oh, you're going to stay in the city and do it here?
Yeah.
The specialist?
Yeah.
Wasn't that a root canal, Anthony? The thing he's saying is a problem was a root canal?
Yeah, but they didn't go far enough down. 12 years ago when they did it.
You know, it's going to really hurt.
Oof.
No.
Yeah, it's going to really hurt.
No, once the nerve is gone, it's a wrap.
Yeah,
it won't hurt. I know. I've had those before.
No, it's going to really hurt.
You're not scaring me. I've had them before.
You've had them? Anthony, listen to me.
Yeah.
Crest.
I understand.
Or Listerine, just something. Do something to your mouth. What you just?
I understand. I've had a couple of root canals.
You know, you joke about piss, but it really does clean you right out.
Does it? Yeah.
Norton doesn't complain.
No.
No cavities ever?
I had one. That's why I'm joking with you because you're in pain. You have to. But you know, I had mine happen in like I was out of the country at some third world country and I had one of those.
In Brazil, right?
Yep.
Is that when I was with you? Or?
Oh yeah, like 3 in the morning. I went to like one of those favelas, the City of God. They have them. I went to the City of God and had them.
Little Dice picked his teeth.
Little Dice was digging a hole in my mouth. I went there. It was like 3 in the morning, and I found I had to. It was that much pain.
LZ DTS.
No Novocaine, right? Just
no cocaine. Coke.
Just rub coke on your gum.
Coke and right down to the Monte Carlo.
Archaic instrument.
They distract you. A little poor boy tries to steal your wallet when you go, hey, they just fucking pull your tooth out.
You have to have the doctor fill out a form to ask if he has AIDS. Country.
God.
You only have one cavity in your life?
One, yeah.
Wow.
It's genetics, but I got high blood pressure.
Yeah, I was going to say, you don't take care of anything else.
That's the, you know.
In the coffin, your teeth are going to look great. Look at his teeth. They're fucking beautiful.
Beautiful. His heart's enlarged, but his teeth are fantastic. Look how big his heart is. Patrice always had a big heart.
You missed out. These two have been just going at it.
Yeah.
Because he owns the club, and he's not selling tickets for him this weekend.
Oh, my God.
So they're just killing each other.
Oh, boy.
Patrice
but here's Vinny.
The Stress Factory
this is Vinny. He tells me, this is April's the worst. April's the worst time in the month. It's just the worst time of the year. That's why I book you and then put pressure on you. Why don't you book famous people, you jackass? Book me in the good months.
I thought you had a shot. You have no shot.
Well, I don't.
No, you don't.
That awful racist community you live in.
Yeah, New Brunswick, known for not liking black people.
They don't.
New Brunswick, Newark, Camden, they all hate black people.
They're known for black people being there, but not for liking them.
Well, maybe those two things go hand in hand.
Oh, my God. Look at Vinny upset about the fries. Vinny, don't worry.
Not upset about the fries.
He has delicious fries in the back.
They're fucking good.
Vinny's, I will say, all kidding aside, Vinny's food is good, and if you don't like it going down, believe me, 3 hours later, it's great coming up.
How much of my food has been shit onto your chest? That's what
The funniest part of that joke is he thinks I'm a rookie and I wasted on the chest. What am I, an open mic or
shit? His chest was 2 years ago. Passe.
Oh, shit on the chest is so 98.
Oh, God. Shit on the chest.
Vinny, you should headline your own club this weekend.
I should.
Screw Patrice.
He does quite often. Yes, he does.
All right.
Maybe it'll snow tonight. Patrice will get up.
That is the worst, though, when you headline. I was in all the time, except for this last time I did okay in Baltimore, but every other time I've had 30 people there on a Saturday, and you just look at the staff.
What are you talking about?
Like when you're in a club, if it's empty, which the Baltimore Improv for me has been brutal.
Yeah.
A couple times.
Oh, well, are you on in Baltimore?
Now we are. It's okay.
Yeah, that's why they don't show up. No, if you're not anywhere that don't listen to the radio, who knows you, stupid?
That's what I'm saying.
You're about as unknown as me if it wasn't for Opie and Anthony.
That's not true.
You jacket.
He did Spider-Man. He was in the movie Spider-Man.
I mean, I couldn't be as unknown as you. He's 6'8" and invisible.
No one knows me. How does this happen? Actually, I think no one knows me unless I did Opie and Anthony. I'm unknown. In the 80s, I'd be somebody.
It's amazing how...
Why do you keep saying in the 80s?
Because...
What do you do in the
80s? I'm saying...
Are you a hack?
The things... this is people in the business talking. I've done 4 movies. I've been on Conan O'Brien about 6 times.
God, you sound like a whiny bitch right now. You sound terrible.
What?
Just start saying funny shit. Maybe people will come see you.
I'm trying to sell tickets to your stupid hat club, Vinny.
Yeah, have you done 6 Conans?
You sound like you're begging.
Who's booking that?
Who's booking Conan?
That's the awful comedian interruption.
Damn it! I'm not whining. I'm just saying.
Now, people know you're selling tickets. I'm really busting your balls. It's going to be busy.
I know with your stupid hair, dude. Just shut up. Was that doctor a barber, too, at the same time? Root canal and a trim, you jackass.
I don't. There's nothing wrong with Vinny's haircut. If you're on a stage singing, put me on the Ritz, there's nothing wrong with that.
You really do have a head.
I can't believe I'm watching a fucking dying black man give him dental advice, and you give me hair advice. Fucking, what is upside down about this fucking world? You have no head to speak of. God almighty.
Before you insult me, can you just pick up a receiver?
It makes no sense. It says unless you pretend you're a cop. Hey, Norton, Leopold, here's 2 free tickets. Y'all ready to laugh?
732-545-4242 for tickets.
Thank you, Jim.
At the Stress Factory.
Yeah, Stress Factory. It's going to be good.
It's going to be very
We have a very special
sounds convincing, Vinny.
No, well, let me tell you something. It's a good show. Big J is also very fucking funny.
Yes, Jay is. He killed last night. Jay Ogerson is a very funny dude. Yeah. As much as I find him annoying off stage with his awful fat face and smoking habits.
Between Jay and Patrice, this is the fattest show I've ever booked. I'm really scared of the food bill this night.
I can't eat food at your place no more, man. It's a wrap.
You can.
No, you even fry your lettuce. Give me a fried Greek please. Give me a fried Caesar salad. Vinny dips his Caesar salad in flour.
Ain't right what you're saying about my food. You're cutting below the belt right there.
Sorry. Folks, it's the delicious fried Caesar.
He takes pride in his food there, Patrice.
Please.
What'd I miss? We've just been doing this for an hour. We gave up on the show, I think, at 8:30.
Anthony's a trooper.
Another hour of Betty Davis mouth over here. Jesus Christ. I can't feel a thing. I know I'm just going to wrench down on my tongue and have to go to the emergency room.
Did he give you pills, like some pills for today?
Nah, I got to go fill a prescription.
But that'll
prescription.
Will that stay right for you till the end of the show, at least?
Yes. So,
let's ask Anthony.
So they say. Say so.
What was that thing Mary Poppins said?
Yeah.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Maybe I should come back and sit in that chair, because you really can't contribute right now.
I really can't do shit.
Oh, man.
Where's Bonnie?
Where's Bonnie?
That's Bonnie. My fiance.
I love her.
That fucking worm Voss. We were doing Albany together, and that phone rang 30 times, and that cocksucker picked it up every time.
He has changed. Voss has changed, man.
We've seen it.
But he changed. You know what? He changed her. If you know her, he changed her too, man.
Really?
She's not. It's not just like Voss is in love. They're both like in this weird love, and I think because they're both degenerates, and this is their first time that they've been loving to another human being, and they're
really running with it.
I can't wait till she dumps him. I can't wait.
She gotta wait for some more change. She gotta wait for Voss to make her funny.
He would be heartbroken.
What I can't wait is till they fire him from the show they have together. And keep her. And she'll have to go, look, I love you, but I have to think of myself too. It's for us. I'll do it for us.
I tell you, I thought it's lasted a long time so far. I thought it'd be over, but you know.
No.
I'll be there to pick him up. Don't worry, Vossy.
All his friends.
I don't know Bonnie that well, but Voss is in love. He really
Voss
is in
love.
love.
Voss is really in love. It makes me sick.
Oh,
but he's
awful.
57. he got his credit just cleared up. He bought his first house connected to another house. he bought his first town. I own my townhouse apartment.
Siamese home. Fucking zilch.
Get out of here.
Get something with a yard. You're 80.
Jesus Christ, with your rented home that you disguise as ownership, you idiot.
You know there's wheels on it in case I want to move it.
Anybody want to buy my Rolex? Oh, you jerk off. He's all happy he just got credit at 57. Just got it. First love and first girl. Voss is out of high school. He's 42 years removed from everything.
He's the only guy that had his children co-sign for his townhouse.
Date of birth of Signee, 86. 1/4/86. I'm going to ask Bonnie to wear my pin. Will you marry me? As he bought her a second-hand wedding ring.
Got a good deal.
Makes me sick.
Did you hear his awful proposal story? It was in a Best Western, like near Newark Airport, because they flew it. Oh, it's fucking.
After
Joel Steinberg was more romantic when he was fucking chaining little Lisa to the thing and punching head on the throat.
Did you hear what he said to her? Did you hear? He handed her the box and said. He turned around, walked away, and said, "You can say no if you want to." How fucking sad!
Romantic.
How fucking unbelievably sad! What a low.
You think he was the same size, kneeling down, asking to marry as well?
Little fingers putting the ring on.
Oh, the awful hand. She probably jumped twice before she said, "Oh, all right, I do. Just don't touch me no more." All right. Yes.
He has awful claymation hands. They don't bend. Take doll fingers. Just leave the ring on the pillow. I'll grab it
till Bonnie leaves him. I just can't wait. All curled up in the shower, washing off,
trying to hold his face with his little Davy and Goliath fingers.
Back to the pipe, back to gambling, back to booze.
I cannot wait till Voss is back.
Put him right over the top.
Sells his house for a hit. Sells that connected to another house mansion.
Hey, Patrice, I think I found out why people don't like you. You're not nice. You're not a fucking nice guy. Like, you don't have a nice thing going on.
One of my favorite tough crowd moments was awful Patrice. Jeff Garland was on the show, and Jeff said some joke that just bombed, and Patrice was like, "You're on a fucking improv show, and that's the funniest thing you can say." And Jeff just broke character. Goes, "What are you gonna fucking bust my balls?"
I hate that Fred Flintstone head. He really bugs me. Every time I see his smarmy giant head. Makes me want to try to get candy out of it. That fat, hit it with a broomstick. You don't curb your enthusiasm, really? That makes me laugh about as much as a lamp.
I've never seen it.
Once, by mistake, I think. Because nothing was working except for HBO.
Is it overrated?
Whatever, man. You know, you can't even talk about certain things in your careers over people. The curb your move.
I never saw it.
Whatever. That moon head. I like to shove his head right in the toilet like Mickey Rourke.
Did you get to the I can't even say it.
Oh, the trainable?
No.
Trainable?
Well, we can do that. We have to end the week by getting rid of this. The trainable audio.
And don't play the ones we've heard.
No, we got 4 that we haven't played yet. But first, I mean, Patrice O'Neal's going to be playing Vinny's Club this weekend, Stress Factory. What's the number again there, Jimmy?
And I like the way Vinny did this, because what happens is you incorporate part of the mood into the phone number, which I thought was just a super idea. It's 732-545. Ha ha.
That's like a hospital going, call us at 1-743. Ow!
1-800.
That's 1414.
And leave off the last tumor for savings. 545-4242, but that comes in a ha ha ha. That is absolutely fantastic.
What a coincidence.
Yeah.
I paid extra for that.
Yeah, and he fought hard for that. We said we got giggle. Do you want that one? No, it's got to be ha
ha. You're fucking stupid. You're way too many numbers.
Hey, when Keith Robinson works there, do you have to change to 545-ZZZZ?
Oh, man.
That's another black guy I use, by the way. That's 2.5.
2.5 black guys work.
They're doing this. I love this. I'm in the Stress Factory. I stop by this and I'm pissing. And I look on the wall and they have advertisers for shows coming up. And Vinny and Keith Robinson are doing a Father's Day show. What's it called? Father's Day in Black and White.
Father's Day in Black and White, yeah.
Like one black guy, one white guy, both dads, probably different points of view.
Sure.
And fucking Keith's credits It says, this fucking Finnish idiot.
Hammer it, you fucking moron. Hammer it. Next Thursday. Keith, I've already sold more seats than you cocksucker.
It's a great...
I have a fucking 150 on the book for Thursday.
Oh, that's a great show.
Thank you.
But Keith's credits on that fucking wall, I wanted to throw that paper into the urinal. It said he was on Star Search a couple of years ago. A couple of years ago?
They didn't really say a couple?
Yeah. Like Keith is this up-and-comer. Keith is 46 years old.
It's the new one on PAX. That's what he's talking about.
We still have his headshot that says Pudgeon on it.
Fucking Keith's first sets now are on the Game Show Network. He is fucking an old Finnish man.
He really is an old man now.
That credit list is awful. You look at all these impressive credits and then you realize, oh, those are the people he's open for.
I told you, every time Keith's on stage, after he finishes a joke, he reintroduces himself. He's a big MC.
That's brutal. That's brutal.
Anthony, you all right over there?
Oh, yeah.
Look at his, he's just wiggling his tongue around him, swollen gum.
It's like stroke face. And the worst part is, I know it's going to wear off. The pain will come back.
How long do you say it would stay?
2 hours.
Till you get to the other place, right?
You go to the other dentist, right?
Yeah, but that wears off too. I got it.
Yeah, but when there's no nerve, man, if they get the nerve out, you can't feel anything. Yeah. It's not going to exist. The pain's going to be gone.
I think the penicillin's got to
kick in.
You get pain medication though from the other place. They'll prescribe something.
Percocet. You'll be fine, man.
You're fine.
Tell them to take that nerve out, Anthony. Get it out, and then you'll be out.
Let's go to Mark.
Yep.
Mark, what's up, buddy?
Not much. I'm wondering if Jimmy Norton, when you call a hooker, do you dial 1-800-HO-HO?
I wouldn't have minded. I wouldn't have minded so much if you didn't call her a hoker, you fucking idiot.
A hoker.
Are you a hoker? I was doing great with you.
Oh, that poor guy was waiting for hours for that.
Oh, he was. I'm going to crack them all up. They're going to love this.
Hey, this is Patrice O'Neal. You are listening to the worst of Opie and Anthony. I guess which is their best, really. When you think about it.
10-202, the Opie and Anthony Show.
Oh, my God. This next bit.
Yeah.
Travis Tritt in studio. Washington loves this interview.
Really?
They love it so much that I'm telling you right now, I've heard this interview 5 or 6 times.
Already?
5 or 6 times. Why are we replaying the Travis Tritt interview? We've never replayed it, Anthony. That's the answer I just got.
How did you hear it?
Other channels have.
Other channels
really?
have it. It's been all over the XM platform because they thought our interviewing skills were just on oh boy, Fire would be good.
How about
On point.
That? On point would be good.
On the money.
No, there's something else I'm trying to come up with. Our interviewing skills were
impeccable.
Flawless.
A force to be reckoned with. Unrecognizably good.
Sure, that too.
I didn't mean that. I meant to say undeniably good.
Oh, undeniably good.
But I said unrecognizably.
We pulled this interview out of our back pocket, though, man. I mean,
who thought Travis Tritt was going to be a good guest on this show?
I remember panicking, going, Travis Tritt, we don't know much about country. I've heard the name. And for some reason, we all just got along, and it was a lot of fun.
I'm annoyed I missed him, too. He's a very famous guy. That would have been a great photo op.
Oh, of course.
I was away. Busy, like.
The worst of Opie and Anthony.
Awful.
Girls Gone Wild, reality TV style. Just miles and miles of those girls gone wild. Breaking hearts, using daddy's credit card. Mama hollers, stopping that child. Don't you know the girls gone wild?
I like it, Anthony. I like it a lot. Travis Tritt outside the studio, making his way in.
Yeah.
He's playing the House of Blues here in New York City tonight.
House of Blues.
House of Blues, yes.
Nice. Here he comes. Popping on in. There he is.
Hey, guys.
Travis Tritt,
How you doing? Good. How you doing, man?
Doing great, man.
Yeah, got stuck in some of the city traffic.
Yeah, well, you're in New York. What can you expect? That
sucks.
Kind of the deal.
It really does.
It's really not much different than Atlanta, though. I'm from Atlanta.
Oh boy,
you know?
we got something in common.
You know,
we almost took a radio job down in Atlanta, And they were trying to convince us that Atlanta's just like New York City.
It really is, brother. In some respects, I mean,
we didn't see it. I got it. They took us to some redneck bars. Anthony and I, we've seen a lot in our years, and we were kind of scared.
Well, I think they call it like the New York of the South. And
that's
believe
exactly
me,
what they were telling
Believe me, years ago when I first got into the music industry, everybody kept telling me, you need to move to Nashville. Which, at that time, Nashville had no sports teams whatsoever. They had no good restaurants. They're still working on that, and they're trying to get that together. But it was just, I said, what in the world am I going to do up here,
Mm-hmm.
So I stayed at home, stayed in Atlanta, and at least had decent sports and decent restaurants.
At least you had music, though, in Nashville,
Yeah,
like, if you're going to Nashville, at least you got music.
Which, the surprising thing, Music City, USA, and there's no places to go, or at least there weren't at that time, to go hear live music.
In Nashville?
Really anywhere. It was surprising. Really surprising.
You would think, the whole image you have in Nashville is every corner you just...
Music City, USA. Yeah, it's on every sign going into town, and...
we got to tell you, Atlanta has so much crazy stuff going on too.
Oh yeah,
it fascinates Anthony and I. It really does. We were down there interviewing. Just really fast, maybe get your take on this. This whole Freaknik thing that happens.
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
Oh yeah,
that's all I have to say is holy crap.
Yeah,
we were stuck in traffic because 3 cars across the whole highway we were on were stopped, and people were dancing on the cars.
Yes.
And we're like, oh, boy.
I'm surprised they were just dancing on the cars.
This is how it's told.
We saw some stuff that might have looked like dancing.
Yeah, exactly.
This is how it was told to us. It's spring break for black colleges, and they go to Atlanta, and they'll just, you'll be on a road, a highway, and they'll just stop in the middle because they are feeling the music.
Yep.
And then they jump up on their cars, and they're dancing and stuff.
They're dancing around, and some of the dancing, it looked like guys were just having sex with girls.
Well,
there on the
basically,
cars. Yeah, that's pretty much.
This must be a few years back, though, because the fact is
they toned it down.
No, they stopped it.
Wow, did they?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and they couldn't actually come in and just say we're just going to shut it down.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the Georgia State Patrol sitting on I-75 watching every single car that came into the state from any outside borders, automatically, if it's loaded up, they're going to pull them over, and probably somebody's going to jail before they ever even get to Atlanta. So they discourage people from coming in and doing that deal.
You got a tail light out, boy.
You got one of those good old boys.
You in a heap of trouble, boy.
Ain't nothing better than that nightstick coming out and cracking that taillight.
It was a whole thing going on. The shopkeepers were boarding up their businesses, and they told us flat out, get out. So you got 2 days.
It. Everybody, you think about the people that live there, people coming through town and coming through their yards at all hours of the night, and using their shrubbery for restrooms and waking up in the morning, and there's somebody having sex on your porch, just not fun. Not fun.
Absolutely not, man.
All right.
Well, it's great to be here, guys. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Thanks for coming. We really don't get that many big stars coming through here. We had Ozzy Osbourne came through, which was cool.
Oh, cool,
Ozzy's quite a character.
He is, man.
Yeah,
and we had Sunset Thomas today, Anthony.
Sunset Thomas. We had porn star Sunset Thomas.
Porn legend.
Man.
Sunset Thomas.
Last time I saw her, now this is a weird story. Last time I saw her, I was in Las Vegas about a year or so ago, and Carrot Top was doing a show out there.
Of course he was.
Carrot Top's doing a show. So I've known him for quite a few years, and call him up and you got to come out to the show tonight. So we go see the show. Afterwards, we go back in the dressing room, and there's this barrage of what looked like the circus had come to town. Of people coming down the hallway, and I start recognizing some. I was like, that looks like, although I wouldn't know really what he looks like, but that looks like that might be that guy Ron Jeremy right there. And then, the whole crew, Sunset Thomas, the whole bunch, man, they were back there.
Ron Jeremy's, we've had him on the show a lot. He's a lot of fun.
Oh, what a trip, man.
Must have been the porn convention.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on. I think they were just in town to see Carrot Top, which...
Really?
Yeah, I don't know
I don't think so.
I don't know what the association is there. I don't know what that's all about.
Maybe they like Carrot Top's buff body. I've never seen a guy that spends more time on his body than Carrot Top. That shouldn't have to.
No doubt.
Like, you're goddamn Carrot Top. Why do you have to be the strongest man in the world? How much arm strength do you need to hold up a toilet seat and make a joke about it? Jesus Christ.
He was sick of people making fun of him.
I guess so. When you're Carrot Top, you got to be able to kick some ass, I guess.
No doubt.
That's great.
No
I was looking through your bio a little bit, and first of all, a couple of things in common that I have in common. The divorce thing.
Yeah.
I saw that. But I saw it twice.
Yeah.
And anytime I see this, I got to ask, how did you get suckered into getting married after one divorce?
Well, I got married the first time when I was just a kid. I was 18 years old, right out of high school.
Oof.
I got married more than anything else to get out of the house. And also to prove my father wrong, who said, this is going to be a mistake, son. And it's like, well, I'll prove you wrong.
Oh,
well,
oops.
Guess who was right?
Yeah.
He was. But I got out of that thing about 2 years into it, and then it was sort of a, turn around on the rebound. I had just come out of that divorce, and I also had changed the way I made a living. I was working for a heating and air conditioning company up until that point.
That's the second thing we have in common.
Yeah. Did you do that?
Ductwork.
No kidding? Really?
Yeah, that's what I did up until 1994.
I'll be darned, man.
Attics, 200-degree attics.
Yeah,
man.
Oh, God, yeah.
Pumping units up there.
There you
ductwork.
go. There you go.
Cutting your hands on clinch collars.
Oh, yeah, I still got scars, man, all over the place. Yeah. Everywhere.
You just come home with your hands like chopped meat. It is just thankless work,
and that's because you chose not to suck cock.
Well, that's what Sunset Thomas...
And now we got to explain to Travis.
Sunset Thomas is in, and she said at one point she's eating ramen noodles and living on a mattress in some room somewhere.
Yes.
And...
She was at the crossroads of her life.
Yeah, crossroads of her life, and that's when she decided to go into the porn industry.
And Anthony, before that, said, well, I was doing the same thing.
I was eating ramen noodles and living in my car, but I didn't have the option of, sucking cock. Thank you. Opie put it so eloquently. I had to go and then decide I was going to have to work for a living. And got into
sucking cock. Started sounding like a good idea when you were in some of these attics.
Jesus Christ. When you have your dreams and stuff, because everybody does, and I'm sure you had your dreams of becoming a star with music. Yeah. I had mine, too. I was in bands through my whole life, and working your ass off humping tin up in these attics.
That's a fact.
And you just have this, that there's got to be something else out there, that you look at your coworkers, a lot of them are cool guys, but you look and go, this guy is just cut out for this job.
Absolutely. He will never go any farther than this right here.
Right. This is his life. And I don't want to sound like I have this overinflated self-image of my. But there was always something that said I am not meant to do this.
Oh yeah.
Until I get older. There's like a dream, and you want to do something else. Mine, I did always want to do radio or do something in music.
Yeah.
And. How did you get the break where you were able to get out of doing that?
After that first marriage ended, I decided, if I go out and try this thing now, and if I fall flat on my face, nobody is going to suffer but me. I'm the only one. So I figured, why not? As they say in Vegas, no balls, no blue chips. So it's like, go for it, give it all you got. And I quit my regular job. Went and took a gig playing in a club, just doing a solo acoustic thing, and I think the booking was for like a month, and after that I didn't know where the next paycheck was going to come from,
Yeah.
But it's like, you got to do that. You got to go out and give it a shot and try.
If all else fails, you're back in the attic.
There you go.
That's one thing they always said. Get yourself a trade, just in case. I understand. My mother was always saying that. I appreciate your dream and what you want to do, but get yourself a trade. It's like, thanks for the vote of confidence, Mom.
Thanks, Mom. Something to fall back on. That's it. You ever heard that?
You can do anything you want. Don't sell your tools. You can do anything.
Yeah, I still keep WD-40 in my snips.
But I went in, and they used to have Marlboro cigarettes. Used to have a talent contest years ago, where they would go around from in all the major cities where they had this big concert tour, and they had all these different people in the country music world. I think at the time they had like the Judds and Randy Travis and Ronnie Millsap and different ones that would headline this concert, and they would do a competition, a talent competition in each city, and if you won that talent competition, you got to open for that band or that concert. And you had to send in a professional tape. I had no money. I had no connections to anybody with a professional, recording studio. But I did have a friend of mine who was an electrician, and he was wiring up a studio, a home studio for a guy. And he said, "Listen," he called me one day and said, "I think I can probably get you some free studio time as a favor to me." And
it's something how things work out.
I go in and I record this thing. I just did like 3 songs that I had written. And as it turned out, the guy who was having the studio done at his house was a vice president for Warner Brothers Records at the time, and he'd been working Madonna and Prince Records and Rod Stewart and the Doobie Brothers and ZZ Top and you name it. And he's got all these gold and platinum records hanging on the wall. And I walked in, and he came in about the second song in as I was recording, and when I got done in the control room, I walked back in the control room, and he said, "Where have you been all my life?" And
and you said, "Uh-oh."
Yeah. Uh-oh. One of those guys. He might be in the porn industry. No, it was one of those situations where, he said, I really think you could maybe do something and go somewhere, and we ended up recording a little album in that studio over the course of the next year, and he took it out to L.A. and played it for the executives at Warner Brothers, and the rest was sort of history.
Isn't it amazing how stuff like that works out?
Yeah, man, it's just, one of those, it's truly a lucky break.
Right place, right time.
Right place, right time.
Did you take care of that guy?
Yeah.
Right?
He made a lot of money.
I can imagine.
He made a lot of money.
Who, the electrician?
No.
The guy that hooked you up.
The guy that hooked me up. Yeah, I took care of him, too.
Had to take care of him somehow.
Yeah, I took care of him, too. Yeah.
He's putting flex on clinch collars in Cincinnati right now. Goddamn Travis Tritt.
He's got my old job. Bought me this stinking X-Lex watch. You're supposed to take care of me.
Here's your come on the radio, son of a... God damn, that's something. We got a call earlier from somebody that said you don't do the Quarters song live.
Oh yeah, no, I do.
You do.
I had to threaten not to do it. And we actually have an announcement now every night before the show. Actually, Larry the Cable Guy recorded it for me, and he came out on the road and did several shows with us a few years back. But it's one of those things. I was on stage when I first started doing Here's a Quarter, Call Someone Who Cares. Somebody got the bright idea that the thing to do would be to pitch quarters up on the stage.
What is this, Rocky Horror, you freaks?
It was the electrician.
Yeah, it was the electrician trying to beam you.
The weird thing is that apparently this is something that's kind of gone on. I was talking to some of the guys from Leonard Skinner, Gary Rosning's a good friend of mine. And he told me that years ago when Skinner had a song called Give Me Back My Bullets, which was basically talking about give me back my bullets on the radio, on the chart. If you're moving up the chart, that's number 5 with a bullet. Well, that's what the song was talking about. But they came in and people thought it was talking about live ammunition, which they brought to concerts and then threw up onto the stage.
What madmen.
Can you believe that? And somewhere that same mentality transferred over into this song. And when it first started out, it was actually kind of cool because we were playing little small clubs and stuff. It wasn't anything really, really huge. If you threw from the back of the room, that's probably about 50 feet. So, it's not a big deal.
Right.
But, you start playing big arenas and stuff, you try to get a quarter from third row balcony to the stage. You've got to hurl that son of a gun, So I was on stage one night in Bristol, Tennessee, and playing a big arena up there, and somebody threw one. I don't know where it came from, but I got hit just above the left eyebrow, and I thought I'd been shot. I mean, it just literally, it was like one of those things. I could picture my head going back. It looked like JFK in the Zapruder film, you know. And I immediately, you know, I thought, what in the hell was that? And I looked down at the front of my guitar, and there's just blood just, you know, gushing down the front of my guitar.
Wow.
And so I turned around, I ran back to the drum riser, and I grabbed a towel, and I put it up on my head. I thought, well, okay, I'm going to be all right. This is going to stop any second.
Consummate professional must go on.
I'm thinking I'll walk back up there and start singing. Well, you know, you can't stop the blood. And I walked back up to the microphone, and now I'm starting to get dizzy. It ended up stopping the show. And for a while, I thought, how are we going to deal with this? You know, this is one of the biggest hits of my career at that point. And, you know, at the very beginning. How am I going
out in a suit of armor playing the song? So wearing riot gear, Kevlar.
Put up the chicken wire like in the Blues Brothers movie.
There you go. Right. That's it, man. But we started. My manager at the time told me, he said, you know, let's try making an announcement, basically just letting people know that, you know.
Oh, that never works.
Because it's such a huge song. It's not one of your songs that you could just, we just won't play it anymore.
Yeah.
Like a B-side or something.
Exactly.
You know? It's one of those that people are going to want to hear.
Yeah. So, you know, we basically just put the word out that, okay, look, if that does happen again, obviously it stops the show. And, you know, really you people are the ones screwing yourselves because, you know, I've already gotten paid, so it doesn't make any difference, you know. But it actually did work, surprisingly enough.
We do a lot of stuff in front of our fans. And, and when we have to make these silly announcements.
Different fans.
And the manager of the club or the place we're at is always begging us, no, you have to tell them this. And as soon as we tell them, it just gets worse.
If we told our audience, people, please keep breathing, they'd all hold their breath till they drop dead.
They really
That
would.
is the type of audience we have.
That's the difference in audiences.
Just dedicated to the old F you.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they don't care.
I was surprised actually that it did work, but I was glad that it did because we've been able to do the song ever since. You know?
Yeah, but country's a way different audience. It's people from 8 years old to 80 years old that are in these country shows.
But they all have quarters.
When's the last time you saw an 80-year-old woman heave a quarter from the third balcony?
Did you guys collect a lot of money though?
Wrap it up in our pants.
In the early days?
That was the cool thing.
Yeah,
you got the beer money, right?
The band and the crew would go out, you know, and take the money, rake the money up off the stage every night, and buy either, you know, beer for the bus, or they'd buy like video games for the bus, or, you know, whatever. You know, Sunset Thomas videos, you know, whatever it may be, that kind of thing.
Did you ever go through a point where you were still working for a living, but you heard yourself maybe on the radio, or had you cut?
You know, I had pretty much gotten completely out of it at that point, but it was. I still remember the first time I ever heard myself on the radio. Man, it was just, and to this day, it's still something that, quite frankly, I can tell you everywhere I was, exactly where I was when I heard any of my singles on the radio the first time.
Really?
Because there's still something new about that, you know? It's just the greatest feeling in the world to be able to know that was something. I mean, when I was a kid growing up, you know, listening to the radio, and that was a dream.
That was making it.
Yeah,
you know,
I never ever thought I would ever be amongst those people, you know. I never thought I would ever even get a chance to meet half of these people, and much less get played on the radio. So, for me, it's kind of like I feel like I won the lottery every day. You know, I'm a lucky guy, and it's it all goes back to that first time, man. I remember, you know, the band and I, we were going up to do a showcase in Nashville. We'd all packed into like two rental vans that we had, panel trucks that we had rented, and we were driving back from Nashville, and we just about had lost the radio station there, just about completely faded out. But they came on and said, and coming up next, that new single from new country artist Travis Tritt, and we pulled the vans over on the side of the road, on the side of the interstate, and sat there and waited for them to play the song, and it was just like, this is as good as it gets.
That's
you know,
it. You're on the road.
Yeah.
You're playing music. It's
That's
on the
it.
radio.
That's it.
Yeah. Were you humping your own gear at the time, too?
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Doing everything. You know, it's funny because when we hire people now, you know, and regardless of whatever job it is in my organization, I tell them, I say, you know, there's not a single thing that you guys, and I'm going to hire you guys to do or expect you to do that I haven't done physically at some point.
Rig your own lighting and everything.
Yeah, man. Run your own soundboard, rig your own lighting, schlep your equipment in and out of the place,
It gives
you know.
you a greater appreciation for what the other guys are doing nowadays.
Absolutely, man.
You don't treat them like shit when
That's
you've
a
done it
fact.
yourself.
Ant's got a similar story about hearing himself on the radio the first time.
Yeah,
because you guys do have a lot in common. I'm noticing.
I always loved radio. Did a lot of song parodies with my band that I had years ago, and they'd be played on the radio. And I used to go on Opie's show. He was on BAB out on Long Island. And the morning guy.
Yeah, we started working together, but I couldn't get him, aboard yet. So he was like,
so I was still up in the attics,
doing the
knocking
attics.
tin and stuff. Right. So for some reason, the morning show guy would take Opie's show, like funny parts of Opie's show, and play them on his show.
Really?
Like give him some time. Notorious radio guys. They're all a bunch of pricks. Just whatever they could get that'll burn another 5 minutes.
And he would never say where it
never
came
give
from.
credit for it or anything.
Oh.
So this was like one of my song parodies, and I hear it pick up in the morning. I'm under something, just probably tarring of this fixture that's going through a rooftop, and it's just I'm in hell, and I hear myself on the radio, and I'm like, this is pretty cool. No recognition, no name that it was me, nothing.
Oh,
he just comes
man.
on, all right, we'll be back after this. Goes to commercial.
Yeah. My God.
I'm sitting there cut up, covered with tar, just sitting there going,
with a tear in his eye.
I'm like, why isn't this as cool as I imagined it would have been? Thank God things from that point on got a little better.
Oh, thank goodness. A little different than Travis's story.
You get a kick in the ass every so often. I think it just gives you a better character.
Well, I think that's how I think we become better people, better performers.
People that are handed the whole thing on a silver platter, or they're a created personality.
Yeah.
They're bound for failure. It's going to be very short-lived, and they're not going to be able to handle it well.
That's
they're not going to
right.
work with their people well. You can't be treating the people like crap. You can't, be a prima donna all the time. Sometimes these sons of bitches have to...
Got to keep them in line.
The evidence.
I get carried away like a Mr. Humble here, but it just makes it better. It makes it easier to work with people.
Yeah, I think there's so many people.
When you work for a living
in this industry, especially, there's so many people that the only thing they know is they want to go to Nashville or wherever. They want to go to Los Angeles. They want to go to New York, and they want to be a star.
Right.
And that's just pretty much as far as the dream goes, and it's not really well thought out, and it's not. They don't know anything beyond that, and I think that's where a lot of people, you get, especially in our industry, you get a lot of people that come in. And you have people at record labels or whatever in all their infinite wisdom that try to basically say, you need to do this, you need to dress like this, you need to sing like this, you only need to do these type of songs, blah, 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 blah. And so many of these people sort of go along with that because they don't really know any better.
Well, it must be rough, though, early on in your career when you really are close to that making a point. And you're like, I might not want to screw this up by telling this guy no, Did you have to deal with
it? I did. When I first started out, I had the long hair, my hair was down. I looked like Greg Allman, it was a long hair thing. And all the rest of the guys, I came out in 1989 with Garth Brooks, Clint Black, Alan Jackson, Vince Gill, all these guys, clean-cut guys wearing the pressed jeans, look like, come out of a, cowboy catalog, and me, I look like, something out of a biker bar. I had long hair, wore black leather, completely different than any of those guys. And I had a lot of grief from a lot of record executives and stuff that said, we need to do this, we need to cut your hair, we need to blah, 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 blah. And I resisted it for a long time, but at the same time, you're young, you're new, and you don't want to rock the boat too much. You're kind of glad you finally got an in.
Right.
You don't want to screw it up. So I sort of went along with it. I went in and got the haircut, did that whole program.
Think you're going to be back in that attic going, what did I do?
Oh, my God, man.
What did I do?
I was so ashamed of myself because I compromised, at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And after the first album hit and we had, we had success and we had like platinum albums happening and that sort of thing, then you can come back in and say, okay, now I'm going to start calling some shots.
Yeah, here's the way it's going to go.
And that's sort of been where I've come from. And
I'd make him cut his hair.
I would have, but he was bald.
Did you ever meet any of these legends that were probably heroes of yours?
Oh, God, man. I've been so lucky. I've had a chance not only to meet them, but I've had a chance to work with them.
Well, now you're one of their peers, and you probably think, these guys are the legends. But now you're looked at as one of their peers. That must freak you out.
It's really, I pinch myself, man, because the fact is that, growing up, guys like Johnny Cash, Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson, Hank Williams Jr., Merle Haggard, George Jones, Ray Charles, huge fans of all these guys. And I've had a chance to work with, meet, record with, do movies with all of these guys.
Yeah.
And it was just... it's like a dream come true. The last one was Ray Charles. I for years, I wanted to work with Ray because more than anybody else, I thought he really affected the way that I sing. What comes out of my mouth when I sing was more influenced by Ray Charles than by anybody. And I always wanted to work with him and came like this close, numerous times. And for whatever reason, at the last second, our schedules would screw things up, and it just never happened. We finally, about almost 3 years ago now, got an opportunity to work together to do a special together for country music television. And I went out to his studio in Los Angeles, and the two of us just really hit it off. We came back in, we did this 1-hour concert, worked together. And then the really cool thing was after it was all over with, I was just I was really happy that everything had happened the way that it did. And I'm getting ready to leave, and one of his tour managers came up to me and said, "Listen, Ray wants to see you back in the dressing room." And I go back in the dressing room, and he says, "Listen," he said, "I'm going to give you all my phone numbers." He said, "I want you to call me." And I said, "Well, that's very nice. I appreciate it." And he said, No, you don't understand." He said, "I'm not the kind of guy that says, call me, and then says, I hope he doesn't. I want you to really call me." And so we did. We became really good friends. We stayed in touch. We called each other, and talked to each other at least a couple times a month. He would fly out to shows from time to time, see me play, and it's just a great thing. I mean, I said I could die tomorrow, a happy guy. I got to work with everybody I ever wanted to.
What'd you think of the movie?
Man, I thought it was fabulous. The first time I saw it, as a matter of fact, we were doing a concert for a foundation that Ray had started to raise money for Morehouse College down in Atlanta. And Bill Cosby hosted this thing in L.A., and I got to be a part of that. And we were one of the first to see the film. And I said right off the bat, I said, if Jamie Foxx doesn't win an Oscar for this, something's wrong. And, of course, he did. I was really, really thrilled. He got the whole essence of Ray down, everything.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
At the expense of his sanity from the acceptance speeches I've seen him make. Jamie Foxx, great job, but you're insane. Talks to his grandmother at night. I don't know the half of it.
They yelled, "Cut! Step out of character! Step out of the character!"
Kind of a crazy person.
Hey, the phones are jammed. We should get a few people on the line with Travis Tritt here before we get out of here. Bubba, make it fast. You're on with Travis Tritt.
I just wanted to ask how it was playing with B.B. King and all them in the Blues Brothers 2000.
Oh, that was really cool. You know what? I got to do that thing. We went up to Canada a few years ago and shot that film, and getting to be on stage with people like Eric Clapton and just all the greats that were in that film, man. It was like a who's who of.
Can you imagine playing with Eric Clapton?
Yeah.
You're on stage going, "Oh God, don't look at me, don't look at me."
I was standing over in the guitar section of this big band for the Blues Brothers 2000 movie, and which I thought the best part of that movie was the music. The script I think was a little lacking, but the guitar section, I'm standing between Jimmy Vaughn and Eric Clapton, and we've got Billy Preston behind us playing keyboards, and B.B. King's over here, and Bo Diddley, and God, just and
Yoko Ono.
Oh God, no, please, Yoko didn't. Thank God Yoko didn't ruin that moment.
Thank God.
We started the show with this whole thing with Yoko, so just bring it all back around.
What movie is that from?
Rock and Roll Circus. You ever see that with the Rolling Stones?
No, I missed that one.
And for some reason, Clapton's playing, the Stones, they're all on stage together. The drummer
John
from
Lennon,
from Jimi Hendrix Experience.
Jean-Luc, help us here.
Fiddle guy,
yeah.
Jean-Luc Ponty,
the violinist.
He's playing, and it's just a moment in history.
Yeah, a nice jam.
A nice jam going, and Yoko pops up to the mic and just starts caterwauling into this thing, and
no.
It's ruining the moment in life.
Oh no!
Yeah. So thank God, ruin your moment.
Thank God.
Yes, it's frightening. It's like a woman taking off her clothes and, oh my God, it's a penis. It's just
If you missed it, the replay is going to start soon. You can hear what we were talking about. But first, let's go to Art in Florida. Art.
Hey, how you guys doing? Hey, Travis.
Hey, Art. What's happening, brother?
No, I want to hear about the outlaw days. Like you said, after you grew your hair back, weren't you and Alan Jackson fixing to have a fight?
No, man. Where'd you get that?
I don't know. Something back when I was younger, I thought you and Alan Jackson were going at it back then or something.
No.
The outlaw days.
No, never. Alan and I never had any problems whatsoever.
No big east of the Mississippi, west of the Mississippi battle?
No. You might...
Oh, okay.
You
Sorry
might...
for the...
Oops, sorry, go ahead.
You might be thinking about the Billy Ray Cyrus controversy. That's what you're thinking about. After Billy Ray Cyrus came out with that big, huge record, which was... being played everywhere ad nauseum.
Achy, breaky heart.
Achy, breaky heart. And I came out and basically said at the time that I didn't care for the song, and boy,
someone had to say it.
Someone had to say it.
I was working in rock radio and they made us play it. Really?
Wow.
Thinking this was going to be that
crossover,
the big crossover
things. It was awful.
It was just one of those things where it struck me right off the bat as being exactly what it was, which was kind of a novelty record, and God forbid somebody come out and say that at the time, but I did, and I said it unfortunately right at the time when it was, at its hottest point, so, the press took that and ran with it, and, but I've always been the kind of person that, I say what I think, and, let the chips fall where they fall.
That's it.
Travis Tritt, thank you so much.
My pleasure, guys.
That was a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Thank you.
XM 202, the Opie and Anthony Show.
Saved message Sunday, 9:04 p.m.
You're so fucking hot. I have a big cock. I want you to suck it. I told Betsy. Betsy's so jealous. If you agree with this, when I see you walk by me in the hallway, don't punch me in the face. I want to get Betsy and then just pick up Jane Mansfield's head and eat it. If you're into this, just breathe while you're in the office. Oh, I just want to put white powder in an envelope and dump it in your face and fuck you while Betsy eats a hooker's ass. If you want to suck my cock, just look at me stupidly and kind of half smile.
You have no more messages.
Hello?
Yes, is he coming, please? Can I speak to... Is he coming?
What's his name?
Is he coming?
Is he coming?
Coming. C-U-M-M-I-N-G. Coming.
What is he? Anybody's name? Is he coming? Is he coming? No, nobody but that.
Not Dizzy. Izzy. Is he coming?
I said Dizzy Dummy.
No, Izzy. I-Z-Z-Y. Izzy.
Is he coming? No, not here.
Okay, thanks.
Hello?
Oh, it's Willie there?
Hell no, he was here, he left.
Willie?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
He's gotta be there.
He's not here, Al. Otherwise I'd put him on.
What?
Otherwise I'd put him on the telephone. He was here, he went.
You don't even know what Willie is.
Al, why are you talking?
Oh, Willie.
Who?
My friend Willie. He's supposed to be there.
What's his name?
Willie.
Willie who?
Faggot. not call out the name. Faggot. How do you spell that? F-A-G-G. Willie Fago. Willie Fago. Willie Fago. Not here. What? Not here. You said it wrong, you cocksucker. I'm coming down for you. Well, you fucking bum. Come on over here and tell it to me in my face. I'll blind you, you son of a... Yes. Hello, this Red? Yeah. Why you red face, Remy? Fuck. I'm gonna kill you. I'm coming down for you. Let's see, whoever you are, you son of a bitch. You come over here and I'll give you something to think of. What? Why don't you come down here and show your face to me, you fucking bum? I told you I'm coming down.
This is the end.
What are you talking about?
Of the worst of Opie and Anthony.
Well, okay.
Catch Opie and Anthony live from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern with replays throughout the day on XM 202. Want more? Go to opieandanthony.com.